let's go to the woods. And here they are, as we see, you've got Radovan, Kia, and Racer, and other dwarves clustered up in a small clearing. They chop down all the trees around them. And the most exciting thing that happened last week was when the thing appeared out of the quote-unquote ether to attack one of the dwarves. Kia seized her chance and fireballed it, dwarf and all.
Roasted
to which
dwarf.
the rest of the dwarves were not overly happy. But hey, sometimes you have to do what you got to do when you're a somewhat borderline turning evil sorceress. So let's see what we do going forward. What are you guys? What's the game plan, people?
Well, we're mid-combat, right?
Well, I mean, it appeared, it attacked, and disappeared. Yes. So right now, everyone's doing the whole, where did it go? Where is it? Type thing.
Okay, cool.
And all you dwarves are huddled around going, come out, you bastard. Got an axe for you.
Radovan can start, I guess.
Yeah, Radovan, why don't you start?
Yeah, Radovan, what are we doing?
Well, first thing I'm doing is I'm slipping Kia 5 gold, just, nonchalantly. Here you go. Let's never speak of that again. Well, I'm honestly at a loss. Like, we need to tether this thing to our plane so we can kill it. So
That's easy.
yeah, the problem is it probably won't
That's easy.
appear.
Let me just do that with my outer worldly tethering thing.
Here we go. I have a short sword.
There you go. That'll tether anything if you stab it hard enough.
Perhaps you have...
I just had an idea.
Okay. What?
Okay, Kia,
Yes.
what spells do you have in your ring?
I have 2 magic missiles and 1 darkness.
Darkness?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, whoa. Let's not, make it impossible for us to see as well.
Hey, I
asking what
I knew
does
she
she
had
have.
one
She's not
spell
saying
in her
cast
ring.
it.
No, I know. The second she said darkness, Radovan I got a little scared. I'll be honest.
But I just knew she had one spell in her ring that wasn't hers to start with, and I couldn't remember exactly what it was.
Right.
That was it. Darkness.
I was hoping that, Gorbad would have, placed that there way back, knowing that it could help us.
I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Not that
I'm not
good.
that insightful. I didn't
Radovan,
plan
you-
this that far ahead.
Someone could step out and you could prepare a sound burst to try to stun probably
Well-
whoever steps out and the beast.
I ain't stepping out.
Well, that's kind of implying that I need to step out because it'll burst around me, and in a second it appears behind me. I guess you guys yell now, and I just do it.
Look out!
I could try. I'm gonna turn to the
thus
dwarf.
Far,
that seems Badovan.
Badavan, right? Thus far, if you guys are watching, every time when they're clustered up like this, the thing typically doesn't attack. It waits for them to disperse a little bit and then ambushes somebody. So
Can we attach rope to the arrows and crossbow bolts? So like a tether? So what we do is I step out, hopefully it appears behind me and I get to sound burst quick enough. You guys shoot it with a bunch of arrows while it's stunned, and we try to lock it down. What do you think?
But what about the chance that you just disappear into the ether with it and then...
Well,
Okay.
I'm not gonna touch it if I can help it, but it might bite my head off. I mean, how tall is the monster actually, Gore?
about dwarven sized.
Okay, so it's it's right. Okay.
It's
I
probably
mean-
about 4 foot maybe at the most. It's a little bit slightly larger than the average dwarf.
So we could. What about that? And we have plenty of rope, right? And prepare it. And I'll do that for you guys. I'll step out there alone.
Is rope gonna do anything? If it just disappears, then we'll just have rope.
Maybe.
we could try it. Maybe, we have some things prepared at once. So the rope thing, we could prepare when it
Sound
comes-
burst.
and sound burst. So Somebody
don't-
else can do the rope thing, and then you can do the sound burst.
Please don't fireball me. Just
Fine.
Okay.
Fine. like you had it planned all along.
I had
Fine,
it all
Oh,
planned.
that was
out.
the whole thing. That just I plotted all this down in my notebook weeks ago.
So my used rope sucks because I'm wearing gauntlets. So do you guys want to do that?
So perhaps Raisa could use the rope.
Racer probably is the most adept with such
Yes.
things for sure.
Yep.
Okay, so you want to tie a rope to a arrow or a crossbow? Of course, if it's an arrow, it's in your control. If it's a crossbow, it's in the dwarf's control.
Let's do it in the dwarf's control because I'll give them the one end and I'll hold the very, very end, the other end. So that gives me how long's my rope? 50 foot rope. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to go flying.
Okay.
Because the thing's going to be right there. So I'll have one end. So basically, I'm hoping that the dwarf can shoot, and then I can, like, I don't know, run around him, or ring around the rosy.
Ring around
You know?
a thingy. Okay.
It'll definitely work, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Well,
Foolproof.
it is a plan.
It's a plan. That's what we need right now.
Yes, and then I'll sound burst. I have an idea for an after effect if my sound burst stuns, but that's hoping it does. It might not.
And I'll just be ready, to
You guys
magic
need to
missile anything I see.
The second he phases, you guys need to tell me
Okay.
so I can
Okay.
do that. Sound burst, does it work just facing or not?
No, you got to face it.
Oh shit. Okay, so here's my plan. I'm gonna strafe out there, kind of on edge, half turn, right? So I'm gonna
Right.
do like the electric slide out there. I'm gonna.
So that you
not?
can,
When they say
basically, so
now.
you can see the party to your left and
Well, then of course this is gonna come right behind
Party
me
to your
this
left.
way.
right.
Party to
It
your
seems
right.
like a dwarf should step out, and then you just get ready your sound burst.
I gotta kind of walk out with it.
Well, the dwarves are all antsy as fuck. They want to get out and do some shit.
All right,
So they'll
well,
definitely be willing.
all right. Send out
Right,
8 dwarves,
dwarves?
and I'll walk out within range of my sound burst spell. Oh, it has a pretty good range too. Close, 25 feet plus 5 feet for over 2 levels. So
Yeah, you're fine.
35 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. And I wanted to do the electric slide. Man.
You don't want
You
to do
could
that.
still do it in your mind.
You don't
Just
want
move
to do
on.
that. Not as an armor-clad cleric. You just don't.
Because I'll tip over, won't I? Like my momentum will go, and all of a sudden, I'll be like, oh shit!
Turf up all the grass. No, it'll be ugly.
Radovan trips, rolls, the beast comes, grabs him, and phases.
Right, takes him with it,
And there's like 20 more beasts out there. Yeah.
and then
okay.
just a shell of armor reappears. Like no Radovan, just the empty carcass of the armor. You're like,
Armor
oh.
carcass.
Okay, so where are you going to, Radovan?
I'm
10-foot
straight
square.
ahead.
So show me where you're moving to.
Out here-ish. I mean,
And
I
you
want
want
the
a dwarf to go with you?
I want a dwarf to go there-ish. So I'll be there.
Okay, so the dwarf
Here's-
is going to move first.
All right.
And you want him to be
ready.
facing you or facing
Well,
away
not
from
that
you?
fast. Facing away from me.
Alright, okay, so your dwarf eases out. And he's like, alright,
Who's gonna
this
be
is
the
it.
one
Let's
to-
get the
to yell?
bastard.
Who's gonna be the one to yell when they see it? Me or
All of
Raisa?
us.
All of you?
All of us. All of us. Okay, all of us. Well, I'm just getting ready my
It's
Where's my
behind
crossbow-
you! It's
crossbow
behind you!
friend?
Alrighty, so you're going to wait for the thing to attack.
Where's my crossbow wielding dwarf?
He is going to be...
One of you wants to step up.
He's going to move to here so he can get a better shot.
Of course, now it's going to appear behind all of the line of dwarves,
Probably.
Let me move this dwarf.
It's true, it could. Can we circle up now? Guys. Dwarves, circle around me. Come on. Get out of that line.
Okay, so the dwarves do their best to kind of close in the gap.
Sorry
All
about
right.
the French.
Let's...
I'm gonna move away from the mic because I'm probably gonna yell and I don't want to kill your guys' ears.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what happens.
You're gonna roll a dice 1 through whatever.
I'm gonna stand there doing, like this, and like doing this.
Stay now.
Bam!
There is.
Okay, so yes, the thing materializes directly behind Radovan,
Son of a bitch.
and we need initiatives for those people that are going to attempt to react.
Well, if they say now, can I attempt to react? I mean, will that count?
Yep. So
18.
Eraser is going on an 18. The dwarf with said crossbow is going on a 14. All right, Radovan, yeah, not so much. With an impressive 5, and the creature
Better than the 0, and the 1, 2, 3, and 4.
13, okay. All right, so it appears behind Radovan and makes a surprise attack initially.
Can you put on the scary music? I'm not scared right now.
Oh, we can fix that.
I want to be
Actually, we need the combat music, don't we? Is what we need.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like, okay.
Oh man.
There we go. Combat.
Music.
War combat. Okay. So Radovan, the creature materializes behind you and makes a surprise attack. Which is
Peekaboo!
What is your current armor class, sir?
22.
Less. Do you have any dex?
No.
Nope. So your flat-footed is also 22. Okay.
No.
Yeah, without my shield, it's less.
That's what
though.
I need to know.
Yeah. It's God, math is hard. It's 17.
17. Okay. Well, it attempts to claw you twice and misses, sir.
Yes.
All that plate mail does have its benefits. Racer, it is your turn. So the thing suddenly materializes behind Radovan and goes, and like attempts to slash into him.
I
Seeing
think
this,
I will run. So I've got rope in one hand and dagger in the other, correct?
you've got the loose end of the rope. Yes.
Yes, and the dagger.
Mhm.
So can I just like attempt to stab at it? It's not that far.
You're close enough. Yeah.
If you hit.
No, I'm sorry.
You may indeed make an attack on the creature.
So is that count as a surprise attack?
Yes, it would. Because you're close enough and it just materialized, so it doesn't have time to react to you.
23.
And
Get
you
that
hit it.
4, 2, 3.
So your dagger is D4, but you also have plus 4d6.
So
1d4, and then roll 4d6 on top of that. So the dagger does 2 points of damage. But the critical strike, the backstab,
Oh.
does another 10. Alrighty. Okay, so you hit it. Your dwarf friend fires his crossbow. Take this, you bastard! The crossbow flies through the air and whistles just to the right of the creature and barely misses Radovan in the...
He's like 5 feet away and he missed him?
Well, you know,
The
it's
shitty
that whole...
dwarf.
It appears, and he's like, ah! Shoot.
He's startled. There you
Plus,
go.
you also have to remember he's in melee combat with Radovan, so he has to not try to hit Radovan.
Look,
as
the
well.
only thing you
And
need
you're
to
in
say
melee
is-
as well. So there's like 2 of you in melee, and he's trying not to hit Raystead. He's trying not to hit Radovan. So that doesn't
you
help his.
Really
accuracy.
just had to say he's a dwarf.
Yeah.
You know, he
He's
should
a
be
dwarf.
taking holes.
He's just a dwarf. D-E-D.
Dang.
Resub!
Yes!
Thank you for the resub. Spam your rollies for Grey Moon.
Yeah. Thank you, Grey Moon.
Thank you, dude. Alrighty, so it is now Radovan.
Alright. So,
As arrows or as crossbow bolts whistle past your head and claws buzz past your ears, you spin around and like, ah!
okay. I kind of don't want to do a sound burst.
Okay.
I want to try a remove curse.
Oh,
So I
righty.
want to touch him and cast remove curse.
Make a
Oh my
touch
gosh.
attack then, sir.
Oh, it rolls, Cuthbert man. Like seriously.
Oh, did you see that it was on 7?
Well, you touch the strange furry creature with your hand,
Just like this. That's what I'm doing.
and he goes, "Cookie! Ah, no, 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 no." Sorry. It does look
Alright.
like the Cookie Monster, I must admit. Okay, you touch it and cast Remove Curse.
Yes.
As soon as you touch it, it goes and disappears.
Oh, come on, man.
Ah,
Should I use both 2 fingers?
Maybe you.
Like,
Hey, maybe you did it.
I'm just gonna go like this. You know?
It's
Okay.
gone. It vanished.
All right.
is it my turn?
Well, I'm just gonna be looking around, I guess.
Doesn't appear to be there. Obviously, this
Yeah.
dwarf spun around to look.
Telepathically tell Cal to get out and circle out, and if you see a monster, sting it.
Okay. So the very hard to see Cal.
Hey, he has like plus 24 hide, you know.
Oh, I know.
great.
It's like he's supposed to be extremely hard to see, but it's like he really is hard to see on this map.
I love it.
In fact, I don't know that if anybody in chat didn't know where he was, they probably couldn't see him. Let's here.
Right.
You might just need to make him a different color, like pink,
No, I'm gonna just tag him.
or just make him pink.
There
Oh,
you
okay.
go.
Cal is next to the little yellow dot.
Oh wow.
There's a Cal right there underneath the yellow dot. I know it's hard to see, but he is actually there.
I can't even find.
Holy,
I can't
yeah,
even
no,
see
I
it.
can't even see him.
Show
Holy
me
crap.
what you got, Cal. Freaking show me what you
He
got.
stings Radovan. No, okay, so Cal is basically like just buzzing around looking for an attack of opportunity on something that may appear. Well, it vanished. Radovan, you played bait and
What?
it attacked, but unfortunately the dwarf failed to tag it with the bolt.
Stupid dwarf.
Well, reel in the bolt and try
Yeah,
again.
set up another one. Yeah.
All right.
And I got nothing. I mean, I'm just standing
try
still,
again,
waiting.
I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna just say, dwarfs, he's your prince. What the hell do we do? There he is. There he is.
My God.
Well, it leaps out suddenly behind this dwarf all the way down here by his lonesome, hitting him for, like, one of the huge claws comes, like, lashing out and does, in fact, this time strike the dwarf
Dwarf.
for 22 points of
Oh
damage.
my gosh, how did it
As the
hit me for
dwarf
4?
screams bloody murder as you suddenly see these massive scythe-like claws materialize like out of the air and like go right across the dwarf's back as he screams as his upper shoulder and neck get torn open by this thing.
Woohoo.
What's that for?
Sorry, I was just rolling Cal's initiative, which is 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Cal, not so much. Okay,
Down go.
so Cal, seeing this, heads in that direction.
Shoot, man.
Okay, so you guys hear this scream of pain behind you. Raggedy Joe, thanks for the follow.
Does the
There he
dwarf get
is!
a bolt off?
Wait, what?
No, the dwarf.
Yeah, to shoot.
What, do you want to do anything first, Racer?
There's nothing really useful. that
Okay. In that
Yeah.
case, then the dwarf does shoot. The bolt sticks in the fallen tree stump next to his fellow dwarf, missing the creature once again. Radovan, you are scared and spin around to see what happened. What do you want to do?
Well, what can I do in this turn? I mean, because I spun around. Does that? take
This
a
is
move
the
action?
next round, so you have a full action right now.
All right, I'm gonna dart up and sound burst.
Woo!
Then you can only move this far,
Well, then move me where I need to move.
about there. But as long as your sound burst has a range of 20 foot or more, not a problem.
Yep, it does. So,
All right, sound burst away, sir.
Please, Cuthbert. Cuthbert.
It's not the damage he wants, it's the stun effect.
yes.
Which is just as well, because the damage is pathetic.
Yes. Cuthbert,
Okay,
you
so
son
we're
of a
looking
bitch.
at- What's my fellow, my nest of the creatures?
Can't believe it, man. My rolls. My rolls.
What are you doing?
Cuthbert's not happy with me, clearly.
No.
Okay, it is stunned for 1 round. So Radovan acts, he stuns it. This dwarf and Cal are right here physically, but nobody else is going to get to it this round except them.
Can I blast it?
Unless anyone uses ranged attack. Yep.
Yeah.
So this dwarf shoots with his tethered bow.
Drop the dice there.
Loses the D20. 1 second.
We hit. Automatic 20.
Maybe that dice falling off of Gore's, little table is him removing my curse.
So, Jane,
Yeah.
burn it.
But there's
But
a
I-
dwarf right there. Oh, there's a dwarf there.
Oh, and Cal's there.
And Cal. Be sad times.
But can you see Cal? Can you really see Cal?
You just want me to kill him?
Stupid real dice. Okay, let's try that again.
Okay.
Okay, so the dwarf this time he does fire and he does hit the thing with the bolt,
Okay.
doing 8 points of damage. All right, so there is a rope now tied to the bolt, stuck into the creature. Okay, Racer, do you have any ranged attacks that you want to try to do this turn?
I don't think I can because I have a rope in one hand and a short sword in the other. So
Pretty much, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So Kia, what about you?
Blue ball.
Oh god.
Magic missile, magic
Magic
missile.
Radovan has that familiar like.
I know.
Okay,
Oh,
the
look at those
balls
threes
of
and
blue light.
Yes.
Nice,
Yeah.
17. That would be okay. So the blue balls of light fly past Radovan and impact the stunned creature for several points of damage.
Cal death.
And Cal may attempt to sting it in the neck.
All right.
So
We
make
shall
a Cal
attempt.
attack.
Oh, this
Does it have a
Cal
neck?
has been useless for a long time, so
Come on, Cal, save the
Go
day. Nobody
Cal,
likes
pseudo
you.
dragon Cal.
All right, here we go. Cal to save the day. Oh, there's 2. Okay. Roll. 16.
14 for 16. In his stunned state, Cal does hit.
Yes.
D4 plus 1 damage.
So much
Holy
damage.
D4 plus 1.
Hey, it's a little scorpion sting tail.
I
What
know.
do you expect, right?
What the?
But now the thing has to make a fortitude save, DC 15. Okay. All right. It comes round the next turn and promptly disappears.
What about the arrow and the...
The arrow falls to the floor, as does the rope.
Oh gosh.
Awfully sorry, the arrow...
Actually, I'm
cannot-
kind of glad because if it wouldn't have, Raisa would have gone for a little ride there.
I'm
Long
gonna go
Daddy,
over
thanks for the follow.
I'm gonna go over to this guy and burn a middle level spell, hold person, to cast a second level moderate heal.
All right, cast a Cure Moderate on the seriously injured dwarf.
Do T8 plus 7, right?
Uh-huh.
Please be good.
Ooh.
There
Okay,
we
he
go.
feels a lot better. He goes, "Thank you, laddie. This nasty creature has to be put to rest. I wasn't myself, but now I feel right as rain."
All right, stop talking now, man.
Radovan, stun it
Yeah.
again. We need to cut its head off while it's down or something.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, I have one more stun left.
That's it.
Yep, I only took 2.
Why don't you come a little bit closer to us so Raisa could try to backstab it if it's one of you guys.
Dwarf, come over here, please. So you'll be in range of the other guys too.
Okay, the dwarf follows your lead.
I'm just looking.
Guys,
out.
if this last thing doesn't work, we should run.
Well, at this point, Karen Brandfinder, the dwarven cleric, says, "All this fooling around, we're never going to kill this thing like this. This
Have
is
faith.
preposterous.
Have faith in Cuthbert, my friend, my
Yes.
short little.
I don't
wimpy
have
friend.
any faith in Cuthbert. I have faith in Murdine. And Murdine says we need to smash the damn thing. None of this
So
trickery.
you'd be okay with coming back tomorrow night?
Sometimes you have to retreat and come back the next day.
Let us
Listen,
go!
You can't always win the battle, but you can sometimes still win the war.
Let us go and prepare. We now know what this is. We can fight it tomorrow.
We do?
At this point,
We don't know what it
Gaffer
is.
Ironbeard, the leader of the Dwarven Company, says,
I agree. We're wasting our time here, chasing shadows. Let's go back, fill our bellies full of chicken and ale, and talk about how to dispatch this thing more appropriately in the morning.
Run!
What?
Fly, you fools!
We should
Really?
stick together and run.
well, the dwarves start, basically, as soon as Gaffer starts, the dwarves slowly
shoot.
but surely, they don't run, but they start
gonna
heading back in
I'm
the
sticking with
direction
the
of the
dwarves.
tavern.
I'm just gonna inch as a big party.
Okay, is anybody not sticking together as a group, or...
Kidding me?
I think we're pretty much all sticking together, and within a several feet radius. Right?
Okay, so basically you all, like, huddle together and head back towards the tavern
Yes.
after your non-successful
gosh.
ventures.
Yes, the dwarves agreed. I never thought they would.
Oh, they're not stupid.
Well, I
Well,
would
actually, they are.
say otherwise. I don't know.
All right, so basically you head back to the tavern. Immediately the dwarves go. As soon as they walk in,
Pie and Dale, fill the table.
and once again within minutes, the dwarves are gathered around a massive banquet of more food than they can possibly eat and more ale than they can possibly drink.
Good. I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna go to bed and think about what we could possibly do
Nay,
tomorrow.
lass, we need to strategize. We cannot
Well,
do that
yes.
with you asleep.
Fine.
Actually,
I
I'm gonna say-
plop down on the table. What do we got,
Karen
guys?
says,
Gather round, let's talk about this. So what do we know?
It's not
Can't touch
invisible.
What do we?
This thing, this furry, hideous thing, comes out of the air and attacks us. But it always seems to try to single us out. Never wants to attack. Well, except that one time when it tried to rip your throat out last. But beyond that,
Well, I deserved it. Let's be
every
honest.
time it comes out and just tries to single us and separate the weak from the pack. And then it seems to be able to disappear as quick as it comes.
Gaffer Ironbeard says,
Unless we can tie it to this dimension, I dinna see that we can slay the creature. No wonder our kinsmen were all slaughtered.
I can't do that, guys. Is this why you got me? Because you thought I could do that?
he goes,
We got you because we thought you had the magical power to destroy the creature. Whatever means you use was beyond us.
Southeast, thanks for the follow.
Well,
He says, at that point, Karen says,
So, what about you, priest of St. Cuthbert? What can you do?
oh well. I can do what you ask and what you need.
I stand up. What?
You can do what? Aye, tell
I-
us. What have you been holding out? What do you know that we don't?
Well, if this really is an extra dimensional creature, I can tie it, I could anchor it to this dimension. It is within my power. I just hadn't
Out of
prepared
that.
it, because I had no idea what we were up against.
Great beard. Why did you not say this before?
I didn't know what we were up against. You guys are all elusive with what you're requiring.
We tried to explain this thing to you, but you'd assess the fact that it were a werewolf or something like that.
I'm gonna calm myself down because I know the marks activate.
He says, well, maybe, just maybe tomorrow, if you can pray to your god St. Cuthbert to bless you with this power, we might be able to capture the beast and finally destroy it.
I'll prepare it twice. How's that sound?
He says, whatever you think you need to do, laddie. But it
Well,
seems
yeah.
to be,
and they all kind of start staring at you.
it seems to be that you might be the key to destroying this thing. Not so much the sorceress over here.
Hey, don't discount her utility and use.
Okay, one of the
Yeah.
dwarfs says,
I'm not discounting anything. Do you see the state of me beard? It's singed. I'm barely alive. She tried to fry me like the rest
You'll
of
grow
them.
it back. You'll grow it back in one day, probably.
He goes, in one day. It took me 5 or 6 months to grow a beard like this. And you fried it off with your carelessness.
Wear a
You're wee
bandana.
lassie. It's a good
Hey.
job we need you or I give you a right good walloping.
I will say that arrow almost hit me from your little crossbowman over there. It's a reactionary thing. You can't blame her for jumping out of her skin. Calm
And
down.
disintegrating a 20-foot wide area with fire. Come on.
I just wanted to get rid of it as quick as I could, okay? I
At
knew.
that point, Gaffer Ironbeard kind of steps, like leans up on the table and slams both of his big maulers down. Like he's like,
Enough. She did what she had to do. The prince has to be put to rest. You're alive, aren't you? Stop your belly aching and your whining. Act like a dwarf, lad, not some kind of poncy-ass elf.
Thanks, Gab.
you know, it's kind of a compliment and an insult at the same time. It's perfect.
Good one, sir. Good one. Good one. I'm just gonna lean back and kind of stretch. You know, I'm
Gaffer
enjoying
says,
his.
So, you, priest of St. Cuthbert, you think you can tether this thing?
Yes, I hope to be. I hope to be able to. But
Right.
we need to find other ways to get it to attack me, but have me react in time.
Well, it seems to me we have a game plan then. You're gonna lure the creature out and tether it to this mortal coil. Sorceress, you'll incinerate the son of a bitch and put his ass to rest. The rest of us will do what we can to distract it and stop it from lopping your friggin' head off with one swipe.
Okay.
He says, and
Great
you,
plan.
lassie, in the green hood, should you be able to get behind it? He goes, I saw what you did. He says, seems to me that you know where to strike best. If we
Up
can
the
put
butt.
you in the right position, we might even have more of a chance to end this bastard.
I think we have a game plan, guys.
Well then, you lightweights go to bed. We'll do what dwarves do best and fill our bellies and get ready for the morning.
and they're all like, and start
Oh.
immediately start squaffing ale and stuffing chickens in their face and devouring half a pie.
I immediately go upstairs to my room.
I
It's
follow.
thanks for the follow.
I follow and try to catch up to Kia before she gets in her room.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow too.
All right. So our good heroic party heads upstairs to bed. Okay. What do you want to discuss with Kia as you catch her on the stairs?
Following me, buddy?
In your dreams, look,
Bow,
don't
chicka, bow, 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 chicka, bow, bow, bow.
don't worry about what they said down there. They don't know what you're capable of. Believe
They do.
Well, let's be honest, I hurt the party more than helped them tonight, so.
we were all quite useless. Let's be honest. Listen,
Yeah.
we got this thing. I just got to get lucky. I only get two ways to prepare, so
Well,
if I fail both
pray-
times,
Pray to your god 6 times tomorrow morning or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay, I will. And you why don't you do me a favor and pray for Cuthbert as well?
I'm gonna be busy.
Doing what?
Meditating?
Why don't you hand her a book and tell her that you're God's right hand and that she should... It's like Radovan's a Jehovah's Witness that you're
Okay,
indoor.
I will say one prayer to St. Cuthbert tomorrow morning.
Hey, I commend you for attempting to convert people, dude. It's
I will, Radovan.
All right. First step, maybe you'll
It's gonna
see
be a
something.
short one.
Oh, you've seen what I can do, so it'll mean a lot to us as a group.
Alright.
All right, good
See
night.
what I can do. Good night.
Awesome
That was
sauce.
awkward. I'm going to bed.
So you guys retire to your beds, listening once again to the early hours of the morning to beer, 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 jiggly beer, 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 as the dwarves sing into the early hours. And once again, finally, you start hearing that noise that you used to, which sounds like heads hitting wood, like thump, thump, as they all collapse and fall asleep. The following morning, the sun shines through the window, bright and early, as you wake from your beds and realize, oh crap, we've got this thing to deal with. The marks on your arms reminding you of the urgency of your mission. And once again, you're looking at these marks thinking to yourselves, why are we doing what we're doing? We need to be getting rid of these marks. But in the back of your mind, you also know the chances of you succeeding are greatly increased with these dwarves at hand. So, you traipse downstairs bright and early in the morning as you appear back once more in the tavern. As per usual, you knew where you would find the dwarves, not in a comfy bed or room, but slumped over the table to where they fell asleep last night.
Fireball. Nope.
Ugh.
Raisa, your
Surprise,
turn.
mother... Okay.
What's that?
Your turn. Your turn. Do you know what I'm saying? Your turn to wake them up. I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. I was like,
Sorry, she leaned forward.
She's still waking up. She's...
do we want to just eat in peace for a minute before we wake them up?
Oh, Cuthbert, yes. Please.
Okay, so you guys are going to have a healthy breakfast before you get disturbed by dwarven charm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, they bring you a nice hearty breakfast.
Kia wants to have her breakfast at the bottom of the stairs.
I saw that. The maiden is like, do you want to eat at the bottom of the stairs, Missy?
No, ma'am. I'm going.
Alrighty, so yeah, they bring you all your hearty breakfast. You manage to eat it in peace, apart from the melodious snoring coming from the table to your right. From the
Better than
dwarven
talking.
Once you've had your full of your delicious morning food, what do you wish to do?
Guys, what's the plan for the day? Are we going to head right out straight to the woods and kind of see if we can get it to come out during the day, or are we going to kill half the day and then head out?
I think we kill half the day and then head out. I mean, we don't have far to go.
Then I suggest we let the dwarves sleep so they can be in top form.
Okay.
So you're going to allow them to remain in their drunken stupor. Do
Yes.
you guys wish to do anything in particular, or
Nope.
the original Ginger? Thank you for the follow.
Radovan's just going to wander around town. He's going to try to stay away from the tavern as much as possible.
Okay.
I'll just go with him just for a companion.
I'm gonna go wait in my room.
All right.
Oh, Kia.
Okay, so Kia resides herself to the room. Whereabouts in Skeldragate do you wish to go, Radovan?
Basically just walk the perimeter. You know, check out the wooden posts and stuff and make sure there's no holes or anything. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have a game plan.
Okay, so you're just literally kicking rocks and killing time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so you wander the entire perimeter. The fence is remarkably sturdy and well kept. The gates are strong. In all honesty, they've got quite a fortified position here. The average creature from the forest would probably not disturb this town. However, knowing that this thing can appear and disappear through thin air, you kind of had the impression that the walls and the gates would not pose any issues.
Okay. Can I do a planner knowledge check to think about what that is? I mean, I know kind of. I guess I'm really just wondering why my remove curse didn't work. So would that fall under any knowledge check? Or not really?
I mean, you can make any check you wish if you think it might be relevant. I mean, if you think that this thing is from another plane, by all means, make a planar knowledge check.
Well, I that's my suspicion since I studied Dimensional Anchor twice today. So
Alrighty.
I might as well.
Oh, that was on 20.
That was right
I
on
know.
20.
Boing.
I'm getting it out of the way.
Your gut tells you it could very well be something like an X-planar being because of the way it can appear and disappear. It doesn't seem to vanish and disappear. It seems to like phase into thin air and back out, like it shimmers in and shimmers out.
Okay.
But that being said, you really don't have any clue what it could possibly be.
All right. Cool.
Radovan, are you sharing this information with me? Are
Oh,
we
yeah,
casually
I'm-
talking about it?
I'm mulling it over and talking to you about it.
Okay, so for my question to you is, as an elf and now knowing that there's a slight shimmer before it appears, would that make it so I could see it that much faster than everybody else?
Really, no, because it comes out so
Okay.
fast. It's like, if you can imagine just looking at thin air, and then instead of it like going bzz and appearing, it's like you see arms and a head and a body, like in that order, like zh, as it comes, almost like it comes out
It's
of
like
the air.
walking. I see.
If you understand what I'm saying, as
Yep,
opposed
I do,
to just
exactly.
appearing. So it's like it's coming. It's almost like it's using thin air as a medium of travel, as opposed to appearing and disappearing. So you don't get
Gotcha.
the gut feeling that it's invisible, which probably is why that dwarf could not see it with his detect invisibility.
Okay, so as we're walking, I want to ask Radovan about this.
And we have a donation, which we will thank in just a moment.
Radovan, can you tell me more about this tethering to this plane? Like, what is this exactly? Like, what is it going to do for us?
Basically, I shoot this green spring ray thing, and if I hit it for several minutes, whatever I hit will be unable to teleport, shadow walk, plane shift, astral projection, blink, dimension, anything that it could do, ethereal jaunt, which is what I'm suspecting this thing can do. I have no absolutes. And basically keep it in our plane of existence to kill it. So if I hit with it, it'll be here in our world for several minutes, which means we'll all have a chance to kill it.
Now, does it stun it? Or is it still
No,
able to...
it's still able to do stuff as far as I know. I mean, my suspicions is it just keeps it there, Yeah, it can still move around and stuff, so... And be deadly. As you can see what it did to that poor dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, so let's just
Alright.
walk around and return to the company and head out there, I guess.
Sounds good.
Time stumps, yeah. Alright, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, so you head back to the tavern, back to the Rusty Spoon, and wait out the day until the dwarves wake up around noon, and you come up with a game plan of what you want to do. And we will take a very short break right there. Okay, so the dwarves are coming to, finally, wiping the spit from their beards. What time is it?
Time to go.
Time to go. Time to have a quick drink before we leave, I think.
And they all swig a little bit more ale and look just like normal at Gaffer Ironbeards to signal the rising from the table. And as soon as Gaffer steps up, is like lifts himself up, immediately all the other dwarves put their glasses down, take the last bite of their cold chicken legs, and stand up, ready
Like
to
an
walk
orchestra
out the door.
conductor.
Gaffer Ironbeard says,
Today's the day. The prince gets the rest. All thanks to you.
and he kind of points like dually at all of you guys, like pointing like with his fingers like at the group.
Okay. I'm just gonna slip out the door,
Yep.
A shelf of elves. Space
Oh.
Muffins. We got a winner. I'm sorry.
A
Sorry to
useless
break out.
cluster of elves. There you go. All right, so once again, you head back into the woods. I'm going to just put you back here where you were before because, you spent so much time preparing this area for.
Right?
So I'm assuming you're going to go back to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Question is, would the monster be stupid enough to join us here?
Of course he would.
Well, there is that.
Kill
He doesn't think we could do anything else than what we did yesterday, perhaps. Surely they don't have dimensional anchor.
Yeah, that's in his do not mess with people list. If you have to mention Anchor, don't mess with them.
I'm just saying, watch me miss both times.
Oh my gosh.
I have a feeling that's gonna...
No, you will not.
No, you have to have faith in yourself.
I do have faith. But Kia
Kiliana
doesn't.
prayed to St. Cuthbert this morning. Did you
All
know
right.
that?
Well, I'm gonna ask Kia what she said while we walk out there.
I asked him, though I don't know him, that he may rain his blessings down on my friend Radovan Rainier, that his dice may roll.
His
I didn't say that. that his green
Gambling? I'm not helping him with
ray
gambling.
of anchor works. Please. Something like that.
Okay, I'll accept it.
Okay.
Gore, we don't have the map up, by the way.
Well, we're about to fix that, aren't we?
Thank you, sir. Prince of Hells. I gotta stop reading.
Alrighty. So Karen Brunfinder says, when Skyle Ulrichsen shows his face this time, lights out, laddie. Lights out. Okay, so what's the game plan? How do you wish to get this thing to attack your party again?
Well, what time is it at the moment?
Late afternoon.
We're gonna wait. Just mill around.
Any particular plan on waiting, or just like, you know, like...
Well, let's get in formation.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the formation waiting.
Really?
So
It's
you
like
tryna-
late
you
afternoon. It's
you
not
wanna do
nighttime
the whole-
yet.
Hell
like-
yeah, I don't want to die.
Yeah. Kidding me?
Comes out at nighttime. Are we crazy?
Just calm down and what?
Yeah, Radovan.
This whole thing.
Calm down, calm down.
Calm down.
I'm gonna stand in the middle this time with Kia.
And be surrounded by dwarves.
Oh, they smell too.
Oh, they
Smell
do
them.
that because they haven't had a bath in weeks, and you know that they've been spilling beer and food and all kinds of stuff. They do smell.
Okay. Can
They
I cast
smell rugged.
Can I cast Endure Elements? Would that knock out the smell?
No, smell is not an element, I'm afraid, unfortunately.
Damn it.
So,
Alright.
okay.
Cast mage armor on myself.
So Kia casts Mage Armor. Radovan, you casting anything yourself, or?
Not right away. It's too early, I feel.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot how early it is. Whoops.
So there
Plus
you
all,
go.
plus all the dwarf asses are facing us. Oh god.
I would probably cast mage armor as
Yeah,
the
they
sun
probably
starts
do
to
break
set.
wind a good bit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stand out here and just like look. I'm just like nope, nope.
Silent but deadly.
Oh. Conjure water on the dwarves. Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
Just wait. I'm not even ready. Just like whatever.
All right.
Eh,
Well, you continue to wait, and it begins to get dark. The night starts to creep in once again. The forest creatures come out, and the 3/4 lit moon is all that kind of stands between you and total darkness in the forest.
Preparing my magic missile. Cal is out too.
Okay, yeah, I've got the yellow ball of doom flowing around here.
Cool.
Dun-dun.
Okay, so you're all standing there in total silence, peering around in the depths of the woods, waiting for this thing to strike. It's a long wait because nothing has happened yet.
Radman.
We do know that it only comes out when we're separated.
I know.
So, we're not separated.
Dwarves, step out.
And we have a donation. We will acknowledge that in the next break. Thank you so much.
Now, one of you guys, streamies, are supposed to go out there.
Karen, step out.
I'm not stepping out.
Yes. Why has it got to be me?
It doesn't have to be you. I don't know anybody else's name.
Never mind. I'll do it. Okay, Karen steps
says-
away from the group. As he walks, he's like, looking behind him, holding his warhammer. Come on, you
I'm just gonna,
bastard.
as a thought, I'm gonna.
I
say,
know
Kia,
you're out there.
Kia, cast invisibility on me.
Why?
Good idea.
Well, fine. Invisible. I do it.
Alrighty. Oh. Double. You got the double whammy. Okay, so Racer disappears.
Okay, so I
Okay.
would like to move.
Uh-huh.
Then, I'm gonna position myself here-ish.
Ah, okay. I know what you're doing. Okay, so you're kind of off to the left of the dwarf.
Yeah.
Or the right, should I say. Okay.
Chase.
Okay, well, Karen's beginning to, like, wander around just a little bit, trying to look for... And I'm assuming you're going to just tail him, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay within
Within
Enough-
striking distance.
striking distance.
There you go. All right.
Within peekaboo distance.
Within bitch distance. Alrighty.
That's so messed up.
Shh, 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 shh.
And suddenly, once again, the thing steps out of the ether and immediately, like, appears and attempts to rend the flesh of the dwarven priest,
No.
hitting him once for 22 points of damage. And then it attempts to sink its teeth into his shoulder, but misses. Okay, it's right there. Okay, everybody, like, reactionary attacks.
Ching, ching,
The
ching.
crossbow-wielding dwarves fire, both missing. Racer,
18.
Oh, your rolls
Racer
are so
dives in and
good.
stabs at its back. With it not knowing that you're there because you're invisible, that will hit because of your plus to hit. So d6 plus 2. So it's actually 5d6 plus 2. For Racer. 5d6 plus 2. Oh, look at those dice!
Nice roll.
25 points of delicious backstab damage. Very nice.
Peekaboo, beastie.
Biznatch. Okay, so Kia, what are you doing?
I guess I can't delay my action, right? I was gonna
You
wait
can
to
if you
see-
wish, but you
I
won't have
can.
long.
Until after Radovan casts his. Because I don't want to negate the damage if he does
Well,
end up
you
disappearing
totally
again.
can delay your action waiting on Radovan,
Yeah.
but of course if Radovan fails, the thing's going to vanish, so you'll miss your
Right,
action.
but then I'll waste a spell and he'll regenerate more. You know, like.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to
I'm
hold
gonna
off.
wait.
Okay, Radovan.
Radovan. Radovan.
What
I
does he
don't
need,
like-
Gore?
If anything ever rested upon your hallowed shoulders, it would be this.
So unfair. I have 2 chances tonight, and we have to wait a whole other night.
So what are you casting?
Dimensional anchor.
Dimension anchor. People
Yeah.
that are like suffering from senile dementia, it like brings them round.
Dementia anchor. It's dimensional anchor, Corbett.
Gosh, it sucks.
It's 100 feet per 10. I definitely in range. 1 minute per level, so it'd be 7
Oh yeah,
minutes.
the range is not an issue.
Ugh.
Okay,
What?
but
What does he need?
it is
It's facing against me, right? Back to me.
a
so-
ranged touch attack.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
make your said ranged touch
Oh, it's so
attack.
bad. Why
What
can't
does
I
he
be
need to
Razor?
roll?
Do you really want me to tell you what he needs to roll?
Yes.
I'll tell you, a 19 is good enough.
Yes! Yes!
Of
Now
course,
we gotta
it still may save
Oh no! Don't save!
because actually no,
It
Dimension
doesn't have
Anchor
a
doesn't
saving
have a
throw.
saving throw.
Yes! Okay, can I?
So
shoot my magic
okay, so
spell?
Radovan, This is what happens. Suddenly, he spins around, seeing the thing. He goes, "By the power of Cuthbert, I bind thee!"
I do not say that.
Blue
That's
light
stupid.
comes from his hand.
That's not what I said. I said freeze, bitch.
Or something along
Stop.
those lines.
Play
But
it.
basically, a huge beam strikes the thing. And like a shimmering glow, like an emerald glowing field appears around it as it attempts to like break out of it but can't.
Uh-oh.
Like it's trapped inside this glowing emerald holy shielding field. And it glances at Radovan and it goes like... No. Okay, so yes, Radovan, you have successfully tethered it. It cannot vanish. You have
Hercules!
You have 7 minutes to fight the thing toe to toe.
Ooh, it's on. It's on now.
Alrighty, so
Standing
finally
right there.
the fight is on. Ladies and gentlemen, in the left corner we have something that looks like kind of like a cute and cuddly cookie monster. And in the right corner, a pack of dwarves, a psychotic elf, a murderous half-elf, and some semi-drunk cleric. Alright, let's do it. So, yes, it's bound to this position. It attempts to vanish, and surprisingly enough, it can't. So, where are we at? Kia, you held your action,
Yes.
so you may still act. What do you wish to do?
I wish to blue ball to magic missile.
Magic
Devil.
missile, magic missile.
Please give me things.
Oh yes, nice.
Okay, there's no ones.
For 15. Alright, you magic missile it. After Race's evisceration attempt. As soon as that happens, all the other dwarves go, "Now lads, get it!" And they all start charging towards it to close in the gap.
I love Cal like moving too.
Like the little ball of yellow.
Go, Cal, go, fly!
Fly, my pretty fly! Alright, so let's, seeing as this is a whole new combat and that was all kind of reactionary, let's get initiatives for everybody.
Okay.
10.
My fails incoming. Booyah.
Okay, so we got Radovan on a 6, Risa
On
on a
what?
10,
On a 6. I got a 6.
Kia on a
Sex daddy.
13. The dwarves are going on a 5. Cal, let's get a Cal. He's on a 12. Same as right behind Risa. And let me roll for the creature, which is on a... Okay, so creature is first.
Oh, Cleric Man's screwed.
Okay. So, seeing as it already was attacking the Dwarven Cleric, it is going to continue to attack the Dwarven Cleric.
Oh, this Cleric's toast.
Okay, it claws at him with one of its foul, nasty claws once, doing 20 points of damage. Misses with the second claw, but then sinks its teeth into his right shoulder
Oh no!
for 19. So that would be... Okay, the dwarf collapses to the ground. The dwarven cleric is on the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Like it literally like tore a huge jagged chunk out of his shoulder, like ripping a massive chunk away from his neck.
I'm not too unhappy about this. I'll be
What? We need 2 clerics. That's awesome. It's pretty awesome.
Can only be one cleric.
There can be only one. Okay,
This is Highlander cleric series, okay?
alright, so the cleric the dwarven cleric is down. Covered, eviscerated, bloody mess of a tattooed dwarf, basically. But that being said, it is now Kealiana's turn. What does Kia do?
I am firing another magic missile right into its back there.
The blue balls of light fly from your hand and inflict
Ooh,
12
wow.
points of damage.
Not
Those
great.
ones.
Not great.
At which point it is now Caldeath's turn to get in the fight.
Go, Cal.
Sting, my angel, sting.
It would be so much better if you said, prick it, go on, prick
Gosh.
it. Okay, Cal
Ugh.
swoops in low but misses.
That was
bad.
useless, man.
Terrible.
Resa,
cow.
it is your turn.
All right. Is
You
the
are to the
dwarf-
left, so you can't backstab, but you can attack.
Is the dwarf conscious?
You cannot tell from here. He's covered in blood. You would take a heal check to find out.
Okay. Can I make it here? Can I get a stab off or no?
You can make an attack, but because he knows you're there, it won't count as a critical strike, a backstab.
Still a backstab though, right?
Still be a normal attack, yeah, but you won't get the plus 46.
20.
Hits! D6 plus 2 damage. 6, nice. Alright, it is now Radovin's turn.
Come on, Radovan. Radovan.
What are you doing, Raddy?
Alright, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna summon a monster. My fourth, not my fourth,
Yes.
wait. What do I have? So I chose one. Oh, I actually didn't choose any. Okay, never mind.
So
I'm
no,
not summoning
you're
a
not
monster.
summoning squat, are you?
I'm gonna run here, use my strength domain and do an attack.
Okay.
So, what?
Where were you at? Here?
He's by Kia.
It's like I was like there, right?
Bear.
I
Okay, yeah,
can't.
I'll let you.
No, if not, that's okay.
No, that's okay.
I mean,
Bear, it's. I'll always give you the benefit of the doubt. So yeah, I mean, it's close.
Well, I
but
was like-
I'll give it to you. Yeah,
so
it's
each one of these squares is 20 feet, you said?
10 feet.
Yeah, so I can make it 20 feet.
You can make the distance, but you have to like move and you have to make a move, attack, and attack physically. But you've got enough. You're right there. You're okay.
All right.
Adrenaline.
Towards it.
Oh my
I knew he
lord.
was going to roll crap anyway. I wasn't worried.
Screw you, Radovan.
But it's the dwarf's turn. Okay, the 2 dwarven crossbow bolts fly. One hits for an impressive 3 points of damage. Worst dwarf attack or damage roll ever. Okay, where are we at? Okay, so our heroic 2 dwarves. The first dwarf with his dwarven axe swings, hitting the second time for 14. As Karen Longbeard dives forward with his dwarven war axe, screaming, "Good night, sweet prince!" and hits twice, once for 16 and once for 15. As the last axe, he's like, whew, and then brings the axe cleaving down on top of the beast as it strikes hard, almost cleaving the thing clean in half. It collapses to the floor, a bloody piled mess.
Karen!
Damn.
And it is down.
It would have been really bad if he said "Goodnight, sweet prince" and then missed. Just saying, you know.
I'm gonna run towards the cleric
okay.
on the ground.
Yeah,
Save
same.
the cleric!
The as you guys are watching, slowly but surely, all the fur begins to shrink back into the corpse, and instead is the naked form of some somewhat kind of sturdy, handsome-looking dwarf.
Oh.
I love how V and Kia's
And he's laying face down just to avoid any embarrassment.
first reaction is to cover our eyes.
Dwarven Winky on display.
Winky.
I'm gonna do a heal check on the dead, most likely dead dwarf. So.
He is not dead, sir. He is.
Save him!
He's seriously injured.
Oh
and
my
close
God.
to death, but he is not yet dead.
I am totally doing a critical or
All
serious 3D8, right?
Yes.
3D8 plus 7. Whoa, buddy!
Yes.
For 18. The most awesome cure critical ever. So you cured him for 18 points of damage. He is awake. He is conscious.
And I'm doing another one. A moderate.
All right.
2D8 plus 7.
For another
There you go.
18. Okay, he is a lot. He's definitely a lot healthier after that. He's still seriously
you,
injured,
Radovan.
seriously wounded. So
Heal yourself, cleric.
Let's take the X off. Physician, heal thyself. He says, "No, I'm all right. Did we get the bastard?"
There
See
he
for
is on the
yourself.
ground.
At which point, all the other dwarves are kneeling in a circle around the naked form of this other dwarf.
I'm gonna back up to give them their
It's kind of
their
an
space.
uncomfortable scenario for those that are of non-dwarven kin.
I'm gonna go sit in that stump.
As Gaffer Ironbeard says, "Last," he goes, "Scale, we found you and put you to rest. May your family remain honourable. And I know that you'll atone for all those lives that you took when you were not yourself." And they all start humming. And does anybody speak Dwarvish in your group?
I do.
You do.
Away
Okay.
I do.
a misty mountain
I speak human, dwarven, and elvish.
All right. Well, basically, you hear them all kind of like chant a dwarven farewell poem, like as respect, saying things like, may you rest well, may you drink long, may your beard continue to grow, may may the wine still flow upon your form, and may the dwarven women continue to bless you with their endowments and all kinds of non-appropriate dwarven stuff. It goes on for an exponential amount of time. You guys are sitting there 15 minutes later. It's like, come on, get it out of it. And then finally they all stand up. One of the other dwarf with the hand axe, he picks up the body of Scale and throws him over his shoulder and looks to you and goes, "We need to bury him. He's a proper burial."
Is he still buck-ass naked? Like no one covered him? They're just hoisting a naked dwarf?
Absolutely, yep. He's butt naked. His moon is shining in the moonlight.
I'm gonna whisper to Raisa and say, "Give him the tiger pelt."
Ooh,
He's bare-assed, man.
I don't care. I fucking
Can't
feel
have
this
my
thing.
fucking tiger belt. Fuck you, dwarf.
Yeah. This
Do
thing's
you have
like
any
my
idea how
pride.
rare
My
those
pride
are?
and joy here.
All right. Where do you want to bury
They
him?
start marching
Oh.
back
Oh, okay.
towards the village.
Actually, I think when you say give him the tiger pelt, I said give him your morning star.
Yes, you know where to stick it.
Ha ha, Raisa, ha ha. I'm just gonna follow behind the procession of dwarves as they go.
Well,
I'm
the
going to follow at a
dwarves-
respectful
too.
distance.
Right, yeah, they solemnly head back to the town of Skeldragate. Once they arrive, they go into the tavern carrying his naked body with them, much to the not quite so pleasant reception of the locals. As they wander in, they kind of lay him on a bench next to him and say, "We need rags. We need a cloth to wrap him in and a bed to rest him in until we're ready to move on." The innkeeper's like, oh, okay, whatever. And brings out a whole bunch of old sheets and stuff, and they proceed right there on the table to wrap his naked form up. They whip out rope and wrap it round him to make a nice, neat, tidy package. He says, "All right, lads, who's taking him back?" And they all kind of look at each other. At which point, all of them put both fists into a circle, and they go, "Ready?
Oh,
1,
no.
2, 3!" And each one of them throws out a whole bunch of fingers, and then they do it numerous times, much to your confusion and what the fuck are they doing? And then finally, after all of that, the dwarves stop. And one of the dwarves that you recognize as the crossbowman,
Yes.
he says,
Well, Auric, looks like it's your responsibility. He says, fine. Me and the pony will take him out to the mountains tomorrow morn. We'll get it done.
So this guy takes the body and heads up to the room that they actually finally paid for a room. At that, Gaffer Ironbeard says,
You, lassie, come here.
To who?
he's looking directly at you.
Me.
And your friends.
Yes.
I believe we made you a promise that if you
We did.
helped us put Scale to rest and restore honor to his dead family, that we would pledge our allegiance to you in your mission to rid the strange marks from your arm.
And he kind of glances at all the other dwarves, and every one of them stands up. And he goes, they all kind of raise a fist, and he goes, like in unison, every dwarf says, "So do we swear!" And they like go, poof, 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 and like hold up 2 fingers. He says,
We are yours until the marks be gone or our lives be spent.
Whoa.
I raise my fist in the air. Cool.
"Cool.
Awesome.
Are you high, lassie?" No.
I'm just very
drugs?
taken aback by their kindness, I guess. It's really cool.
He says,
A dwarf's word is his bond. We'll see it done, no matter what. Now, from where do we travel next?
Towards the three-tiered mountain.
The
Three-crown
three-tiered
mountain. Tri-crown
Aye.
mountain, whatever it's called.
Well,
at which point Karen like goes, "If I may." And the gaffer kind of looks at Karen. He goes,
northwest of here would be the way to go.
he goes,
We'll find ourselves traveling to the next town, the Reldon. From Reldon, you head north to Epidemon, the city, and from there you can see the Tri-Crown Mountains. This be where your quarry lies, and this be where we do or die.
All right. How long will it take to bury your former prince?
That's not your concern or ours anymore.
Will
Auric's
he-
taking him back to the family. He goes, Auric's taking him back to the family tomb to be buried.
Oh, so
Auric's
he will not be
leaving our
joining
company
us.
in the morning.
Okay. So, drink, enjoy your night, mourn your guy. We'll
Do
move
we
out in the
ever
morning.
do anything else?
and they're all like, "Ah!" and immediately start quaffing ale and stuffing food.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go to my room and rest. I'm gonna actually order some food before I go up there.
Okay.
Despite how late it is, and then I'm just gonna retire.
So I want
exciting.
to just kind of grab Kia before she heads away. And maybe we're walking away. Are you going to your room, Kia?
Sure.
I'm just going to say, because Radovan announced which languages he spoke, did he say he spoke Elvish?
I think so. Did he?
Why would he speak Elvish?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's fishy to me.
Huh.
Fishy.
I'm gonna speak to him in Elvish from now on. Let's go. We'll find out someday, maybe.
Yeah.
I love how that's like fishy.
You hate elves.
Well, that's why you can let. When you hate something, you want to know everything there is to know about it.
Apparently.
Dang.
Okay, so all of you are heading up to your rooms to rest for the night. The 4 remaining dwarves that you have in your company do what they always do. You have Gaffer Ironbeard, the company leader, Ragnar Luxvin, Karen Brandfinder, and Budrick Finbeard.
What's the last
All
guy's
now.
name?
Sorry?
Budrick or
Budrick.
Pudrick?
Bud. Budrik. Budrick.
All right, there we go.
So they are now your dwarven companions
Wow.
that have
sweet.
pledged themselves to helping you rid the marks.
And just so that I can have this, what kind of weaponry does each of them wield so that I can...
Okay, Gaffer Ironbeard wields a Dwarven War Axe. Ragnar Loxven wields a Battle Axe. And Karen Brandfinder is the Cleric who wields a Warhammer. And Budrick wields a crossbow.
Thank you so much.
Exergy Gaming, thank you for the follow.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We got friends, guys. We got friends.
Yeah, we got...
Hammer said Budrick is an old Celtic name that means YOLO swag. I don't know that that's true, but I won't doubt your
No, it's true.
Celtic
Hammer knows
heritage.
everything.
YOLO swaggins.
YOLO swaggins. All right, so you rest up. The following morning, the dwarves are actually awake and outside when you first wake up,
I'm assuming we will probably need to acquire a horse.
which I believe you had discussion of acquiring prior to going off on this mission.
Yes,
We
so we're
did.
going to go to the mayor's house,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, get our money.
Well, he offered
Wait,
150.
Mayor.
Oh, but we didn't bring proof. Out of respect for the dwarves, so probably not going to get our money.
Awkward.
So we killed the thing. Really?
It was a curse.
Yeah.
Prove it.
We promise.
Well, I'm gonna go there and
All right. So once again, the mayor he opens the door. He's actually fully dressed this time. He says, "Oh, hello."
Hi. You remember us, obviously.
Hi. He says, "I'm sorry. Was your wife a lesbian?" No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, really random.
Radovan knows where it comes from.
I do. Good news. We stopped the terror to the north. That's the good news.
The creature. Excellent.
It was a cursed dwarf, if you must know,
Really?
who was able to shift in and out of our dimension.
Doesn't sound very probable to me.
Well, you're gonna have to take it as I promise on St. Cuthbert. This is what it was, and this is what happened.
You are a priest of St. Cuthbert and not very prone to lying, after all. So, as a priest of St. Cuthbert, if you say it is so, I accept your word.
Well, the woods are as safe as they ever would be, all things considered, natural things notwithstanding, right? I mean, we did dispatch some trolls too, we'll let you to know, a few days ago.
Well, I will consider that a bonus.
We don't have anything really to show for it, however.
Well, I understand. I thank you immensely. I'm very busy. I must go. But do come by and visit us again next time you're here in town.
Excuse me.
No, I'm sorry. I know I'm being rude, but I am very busy. And he starts to slowly close the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my
Dang it.
hand out.
Okay,
And
well,
stop
your
it from
your
closing.
massive form blocks the doors like boom. He's
Ex-
like, is there a problem?
you tell me. This is, we did your town a service, and you're just like brushing us off.
Oh no, I'm just just have a lot. I need to get breakfast. That's all. I was just a bit of a hurry.
Can I
But
do
I
a
do
s-
appreciate everything you've done. Very
All right,
kind of you.
I'm doing a sense motive check. Something's not right here,
Okay.
and my sense motive
Okay.
is 16.
It's clear to you after discussing things with... You've already been told the guy's a cheapskate. He offered numerous figures for a reward. Your gut tells you he's just hoping he can fob you off without paying you.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't... Yeah, you're just like, yeah, I know what's going on here. You just want me to leave so that you can, just go home and shut the door and pretend that nothing happened and not pay us.
So, I'm just gonna say, on our way here, a dire bear attacked us, and our horse and cart was destroyed, essentially. Well, not the cart, the horse.
Oh, well,
So,
very
could
sorry
you
to
spare
hear that.
us a horse, a well-stocked horse? And that'll be it. You can keep the gold, not tax your town. We need a horse.
Well, in that case, absolutely, I'd be more than happy to give you a horse.
Okay.
Yes. My stable is just out back. I have several horses there. Not the black mare, however. Not the black mare. You can't have that. Wouldn't be good for pulling a cart anyway. It's more of a racehorse. She doesn't have the physique to pull a cart. But talk to my stable lad and tell him that I gave you permission to have one of the horses. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me give you something. And he scribbles on a piece of paper and hands it to you. He goes, give him this. Read it to him because he can't read. But basically it says that I've given you one of my horses and consider that due payment for assisting our town here. I'm very, very, very grateful.
Okay.
Orawat,
Thanks.
Oscan, and Monkey Pants, thanks for the follows, guys.
Okay, so without even looking at the paper, I'm going to hand it to Reza.
Okay.
Just be like, thank you, and I'm going to let him close the door in my face.
Alrighty. Which, he doesn't slam it in your face. He's like, well, thank you, bye. And then once he knows you're like a few feet away, he's like, poof, shuts the door quickly.
What a jackass.
Does the paper say anything about the black mare?
Actually, no. It just says, please give them an appropriate horse.
Okay.
Well, let's check out these horses, eh, Reza?
Sounds good.
All right, so we're going to head around back.
Okay,
I see
so
a
you
little
go back.
smile on Race's face.
There's about 8 different horses that he has in the stable there. It's immediately very clear about which horse he was talking about, as you see a very kind of fine, sleek, lean black horse. There are 2 very large, kind of stocky draft horses that are more kind of like Bill used to be, like that physical, hefty kind of look. And then several other random run-of-the-mill horses. And the stable boy is basically there mucking out each stable as he's like shoveling shit as he does each day.
I'm just going to turn to Race and say, just
I'll deal with the horses, Radavan.
All right.
So I'm going to find the stable boy
All right.
and just say, you there.
Yes, miss?
I have this, and I'll have the paper kind of in between my fingers. From your master there.
Oh, yes, miss. And he holds his hand out.
It says, and I'm just going to kind of have it here. It says, please, for services due, please find 2 appropriate horses for these people to take on their way.
He says, what kind of horses would you be looking for, ma'am? Riding horses, or...
Where is our cart at the moment?
Your cart is at the inn, in the inn stable, because the dwarven ponies pulled it there for you.
Okay, is Radavan within earshot?
I'm assuming so, because you all kind of went to the stable, so...
Rado, could you go get the cart and get the dwarves to bring it back here?
Sure, yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dart back there.
Okay.
To get the cart and to go.
Right, so you're gonna just get one of the dwarven ponies, hook it up, and drag it back here.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So I will probably look for the 2 draft horses. Sound nice.
Uh-huh. I mean, they're both huge.
Yeah.
Your cart, however, is fairly small, and it would be it's designed to be pulled by 1 horse.
Okay, well, 1 horse hooked to the cart and 1 to ride.
Okay. He says, well, either of these 2 would be very appropriate to pull your cart, ma'am. And any of these, and he kind of points at the other 5 or 6 semi-generic looking horses to the side, he goes, would be more than adequate for riding.
Is Kia there?
She's there, yeah.
Kia, do you want a horse to ride?
Or did you not go? I can't hear you. You're muted.
Sorry, I did not go.
Oh, okay. So no, Kia is not there. She's still at the inn.
Okay, to ride a horse, what should you have as a skill?
There is, in fact, a ride skill.
Yes. Mine's +3, so is that adequate for riding like
I mean,
properly?
yeah, you can ride any basic horse without problem. The ride skill more or less comes in if you have to like jump over fences or rough terrain or shoot from horseback and all kinds of stuff like that.
Okay, well I'll just take something appropriately sized for riding, not the black mare.
Okay, so basically you take a draft horse and one riding horse. Alrighty. It's me,
We good to
thanks for
go.
the follow.
We good to go, guys?
Looks like it.
Do it.
Got rations and everything.
You have some rations, yep.
Does this horse have a saddle? Because if not, I might have to purchase one.
No.
All right, is there a place I can get one?
Possibly if you like go knocking door to door, but there's no real store here in this village.
Just ask the mayor's farmhand, you know? Can we have equipment for these guys, you know? Little boy, man, child.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but I don't believe it said anything about providing saddles and stuff.
No, I need to purchase one.
Oh, I wouldn't know what a fair price is. You'll have to talk to his lordship.
You know what? That's fine. Thank you for your time.
All right,
I'll just
well,
write there.
enjoy the horses. Oh, can I have that bit of paper so that I've got proof that I actually gave the horses to the person that he said they should go to?
Nope. And I'm a photo.
He kind of, but miss, I could get
I'll
in
flick a
awful
gold at him.
trouble. Sorry, what was
Look
that?
at gold as I go off on my horse.
You have no saddle though, so you're just like barebacking
Yes, you
it.
can ride
Yeah,
bareback.
bareback in it.
All
Okay.
right, so you meet up with the dwarves on their ponies, and you head out of this gate right here. All right, as you travel from Skeldergate, several days from a northwesterly direction. You have the dwarves with you each night. Once again, they do little to nothing in regards to preparing to watch, but light a huge
Oh, did they set up a
and
fire?
gather around.
Oh,
Yep,
I'm just
every
going
night.
to take this little scrap of paper and just chuck it in that
Burn
fire.
it.
Yeah, whatever.
Alrighty. Milk says, "Do not name the horse." I recommend Bill 2.0.
I was thinking Elton.
Elton John.
Elton, I like it.
There you go.
No, because if Elton John dies, I will cry. For real.
No, but if he dies, you can all sing. You can say, "It seemed to me that he
Yeah.
lived his life like a candle in the wind." Red
Shake it,
Man's
stag
mic.
it.
Ah!
You touched your mic. You touched it. Okay, so you all head
Come on,
northwards.
Elton.
Several days you travel from the northwest, and finally, after several days' travel, you arrive at the town of Reldon. Your icon, as normal, represents you, and right now it represents all the dwarves as well, because you're all traveling.
Is this better? Sorry about that.
No, that's
Yep,
absolutely
good.
fine.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem.
It happens. All right. Well, as you travel, after 3 or 4 days, you arrive in the hamlet of Reldon. As you enter the township of Reldon, you immediately notice how unusually quiet it is. Yeah, the birds are singing and the crickets are chirping, but no common chatter can be heard from the townsfolk. As you make your way through the center of town towards the building that seemingly promises the likelihood of tavern or innship, you notice almost no commoner you pass seems to speak. No idle chatter, and each one seems to be carrying their head kind of low as they walk. And you arrive here, outside of the tavern.
Is there anybody walking by right now?
Yep, you see a couple of people just walking through the street, like,
Probably say, "You there? Hello?
yes, miss?
Are you alright?"
Oh, we are fine, miss, yes.
Alright, carry on.
Thank you, miss.
I look over to Radovan and
They continue to
Raisa.
wander by.
What is happening here?
Remember they mentioned slavery up here?
Oh gosh.
Maybe these guys are downtrodden, beaten down, oppressed
Do we
in
look?
some
We
capacity.
look around. Are there any like guards or? People.
There are quite a few guards. More than you would recommend, more than you would expect for such a small
District
hamlet.
12.
Splat, thanks for the follow.
Oh,
But
no.
they're wearing no livery that you're used to. They're wearing kind of like a very dark, kind of black livery. And they all seem to be kind of like scowling a lot. And
Okay. I'm gonna make sure my tattoo's covered.
okay,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna approach the dwarves and say something bad is afoot here. We need to tread carefully.
I recommend we tread into the tavern.
Maybe we should just pass
What
through the
better
door.
place to find out what's going on in this damn concerted place?
If these people
Who
are
cares? Let's
oppressed,
go.
your liveliness, rambunctious drinking, which is fine by me, might attract unwanted attention. I have been in a place called Scarrow, where there was a law in the book saying you're not allowed to drink during the day, and I broke that law unknowingly. I don't want you to fall in the same trap, you know? It could happen. What if you...
Fine. We'll just get something to eat and a wee drink then.
Alright, a wee drink, and we keep our ears to the ground.
He goes, aye, come on. Standing out here looking at these fairly well wasters is not really filling my appetite.
Just be quiet about it, okay? You don't need to be
Quiet?
yelling all night.
What does that mean?
Radovan, cast a cone of silence.
You're...
okay. So basically, here's the tavern. Let me move you guys in first.
I don't want to go in.
You don't have to.
Oh, I'm
Stay
going
out-
in.
You can stay outside. Okay, so Radovan, you enter the tavern.
Heyo.
Kia, are you
Yeah, I'm
going
gonna
in?
stay out with the horses.
Yeah, I'm going in.
Okay, Kia wanders in, and of course the dwarves stomp their way through,
Jeez.
plopping themselves immediately down on a tavern, or on the tavern floor in this big open room here. And almost immediately, bring us food! Oh, and a wee glass of ale. Just a couple of pints.
I'm going to turn to Kia and say, I think we should split up and try to listen in on the conversations around this place, knowing full well that the dwarves might attract unwanted attention, you know?
Sounds good. I'll go right.
All right. Well, the tavern is called the Last One Inn.
So creepy.
It's a fairly small and simple establishment. Few tables adorn the bar area, yet a large bar can be seen as prominent fixture. A handful of common folk scatter the room, and a simply dressed middle-aged man with long brown hair tends the bar. One man with a large pike rested across his lap also sits at the bar. He wears a chainmail shirt and the livery of some station. His eyes glance at you kind of sideways as you enter the tavern. He's like watching you as you walk in.
I'm gonna pretend to not know Radovan and cut to my right and sit down on the bench there. or
Okay,
stool.
so basically you two split up and sit in different points of the bar. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. I wanna listen to these guys behind me as much as I can.
Okay, they're saying nothing. It's like quiet eating and drinking, like very civilized.
What about these guys?
The same. The innkeeper first comes over to Kia and says, hello, ma'am. What can I get you?
I will just have something to eat, please. Thank you.
Yes, I will, do you have any preference?
No.
I will notify the kitchen at once. Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And then he comes and goes over to Radovan. Hello, sir. What may I get you?
Something to eat and water, please.
Yes, I will inform the kitchen. Thank you.
So quiet.
And he has this, like, very dry, almost false demeanor about him. At which point he goes and talks to the girl at the door of the kitchen, says, 2 meals, please. No preference, just whatever you feel is necessary. And she's like, oh, okay, right.
Can I grab the barkeep on his way back
Uh-huh, yep.
and like tell him to like lean in very closely to me?
So you're gonna pull him forward, he goes,
Yeah, like,
okay, so he kind of leans in.
what's going on here? Why is everyone so quiet?
This is a very civilized town. We believe in civilized hospitality and civilized conversation, ma'am.
Civilized doesn't mean quiet, sir.
Probably a, I think it's really going to come...
Sense.
Yeah, it's going to come under sense motive. It's not going to be a
Yeah.
spot. So do a
Okay.
sense motive.
Gotcha. 6. Let me sense your motive.
Okay. As he's talking to you, you notice his eyes keep glancing to the left and for them momentarily affixing themselves on the guard.
This guy?
Nope, this
No.
guy.
The guy.
Oh, okay.
The one to the left of Radovan. Like he's...
Can I do a spot check? Because I'm watching them to see if it's really him. I mean, if he looks over at the guard, can I spot, maybe, hopefully notice it?
You can make a spot check, yeah, I'll give you that.
Because, you know, like, without words, I want to try to get a sense of...
Yeah, I mean, you can see him numerously, like...
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna
Keep
turn
glancing.
my attention to the guard and look sidelong at him.
Okay, as you
I'll let
start...
go of him.
Okay. The guard stops. Like, he's sitting there holding a mug of ale. And as he feels your eyes burning into him from the left, he's like... Looks at you. And he
I just
says,
salute him.
do you want something, stranger?
Not at all, just admiring your craftsmanship. And it's his halberd, right? Is that his
yeah.
weapon?
Yeah.
I've never seen a halberd before. It looks...
Well,
Right.
keep yourself to yourself and you won't see it any closer, right?
Uh-huh. I'm sure.
We don't like strangers around here. Hopefully you're gonna fill your bellies full of food, have a couple of pints of ale, and be gone by morning, I would assume, if you know what's good for you.
Uh-huh.
I see you come in. And he kind of gets up and pushes the stool behind him with his foot and walks right over to you, bold as brass.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
He says, you came in here with that pack of dwarves. Do you know them?
They helped... Truthfully, they helped me out on the road. I was beset by a dire bear.
Why are they here? What brings a small band of dwarves and a priest of Saint whatever here?
Static.
Oh yeah, you got a little bit of crackly going on there today, Alec.
Really? Still?
It's okay
It's
now.
gone now.
Well, I just cleared my throat, so maybe you heard that.
No, it's not that.
No.
Unless you have unless you have like sandpaper and bubble wrap in your throat, it's not that.
Sorry.
But do
It's
this
good
a lot.
now.
and
It's
it
good
will sound
now.
cool when you pop it.
Well, okay. I mean, I'll try not to touch my sensitive mic, you know?
No, it's good. He's like, don't care for such people as dwarves and of St. Cuthbert.
Well, you see that I'm not sitting with them, even though I know them. I think we can get along quite well, because I don't like sitting next to them either.
Huh. So you don't care for dwarves then? Did you hire them or did they hire you?
A little bit of both.
Well,
We mean no trouble, however, so relax, sir.
that's fine. Just understand, you're just an average citizen here in Reldon. Your
Oh, I'm a
station
nobody.
of St. Cuthbert holds no sway with the local government.
and no sway with the local guard. And it certainly doesn't hold any sway, as he stands up and like yells it at the top of his voice, with any citizen of Relden! And you see everybody like shrink into those chairs.
So perhaps you can do me a service.
I
and
won't do you any service except
Let me-
warn you, be gone by morning, or you'll be for it. Do you understand?
I just don't want
Bloody
to.
strangers!
I just don't want to break any of your laws unknowingly. Mind giving me a short, abridged version of your laws and ways, so we would be out of your hair, no mess, no fuss?
No. Just don't break any. That's all I'm gonna say. If you break any, we'll hold you accountable. It's not our problem to teach you the lore.
And he's got this like a really like smug, obnoxious look on his face as he says it. Like,
Okay.
Priest of St. Cuthbert, worshipper of the lore, you should know the lore. You're gonna come around here preaching it.
I think our
Have
business.
you seen the Church of St. Cuthbert here in town? I think you would find it most interesting.
Can I buy you a drink?
No! Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got duties to attend to.
and he spits on the floor like directly in front of you, and turns around, glares at every person in the inn, and stomps out. So clearly a pleasant chap. Everybody
So
literally,
glad I'm not
whole
in the inn.
has gone like,
Okay.
I've scooted closer, as you can tell.
I just give Kia a look like, yeah, that happened.
so that's a thing.
Did the dwarves notice at all?
They like were sitting there holding their glasses listening, but more like if a fight starts they were gonna like dive in and help you, but they didn't really say anything or get involved in any way, shape, or form.
I'm gonna say, well, Radovan, let's go check out the church.
I think he was being facetious.
I want to see what happened to the church. And
I don't think there actually ever was a church of St. Cuthbert here,
You
but
don't think so?
I think
As you say that, this guy right here leans round and he says,
No, there was.
What happened?
oh no, I'm just gonna get up and leave. I'm just leaving.
What?
I'm just like,
I'm
wait, there
gonna
was? Oh my
What
god.
do you mean?
What did they do to my church, man?
okay, so you're stomping out of there?
Yeah, no, I'm just like bolting.
Okay, so Radovan bolts out the church. Where did you bolt to? I can't even see your icon.
It's a flat. I'm right here. All right.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, so Kia, you're getting closer to the guy?
Yeah, leaning in.
Okay,
What
as
do you
as
mean?
you do so, the person to his right grabs him and goes,
Yes.
like shakes her head, like no. And he goes,
Come
looks to the left, looks to the right. He says,
We used to have a church of St. Cuthbert. But they came. And they ripped the sign off the wall. And they dragged the priest off. And they claimed it for themselves and said that this was now the guardhouse. And that we were under the rule of Epidemon. And, well, if we knew what was good for us, we'd keep our mouths shut and do what we were told.
That's awful. Epidemon? Epidemon?
Epidemon, the city, north of here.
They're
Some
ruling
say that
you.
it's come under a new rule, and the new rule has reached out and it's claiming the surrounding area, and we're all under its rule. And they grabbed the mayor and they dragged him off, and they appointed a new, well, I don't know what you'd call him, an overseer. They said, but we've
Where
never
is he?
seen him.
He doesn't live here.
Oh no, he lives here. He lives in the old church, along with most of the guards. And that Crimson Knight.
Crimson Knight.
He's a hideous man, 8 foot tall, wears plate. He's got this plate armor with spikes all over it. Carries 2 great big giant swords that he holds in each hand. And if anybody so much as looks at him in the face, he beheads them. Did you see the gallows?
I didn't.
As you come into town on the far right, 2 weeks ago, they built a brand new set of gallows. We've never had such a thing here before. Most of the militia that used to work for us have all been hanged. Anybody at all that dares question or speak out against them gets hung. They execute them. It's a horrible place to live. And if we try to leave, they kill us for that too.
Shh. I won't stand for this. I'm gonna go check it out. Thank you, sir. Goodbye.
Papa Petro, thanks for the follow. Alrighty, so you're heading out.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy.
Alright, so here you are back outside the Tavern of Reldon. Racer is sitting outside. Racer, you would have noticed a leather clad guard with a huge big halberd stomp out of the tavern and walk northwards up the road from you, but that's all. And a few minutes later, out comes Radovan, and a minute or two after that, he's followed by Kieliana.
Well, as soon as Radovan comes out, I obviously didn't hear anything inside.
No, 'cause
but
it was-
I'm gonna say I think we should leave. I don't like it here.
I'm not even listening to Racer right now. I am looking at each of the buildings on the southern route. Walking.
Okay, glancing at number 2,
So,
it's
yeah.
clear that was a religious institute of some kind.
Oh, it was. I'm gonna head straight there.
ooh.
Just like
I'm gonna follow him and be like, wait, Radovan, wait, Radovan.
Well, you're a few minutes behind him, so... Okay, so
Okay.
you come out, Racer is like, hey, Radovan, and you're walking straight past her. Okay,
Gotcha.
Racer, make a sense motive check.
Me?
Yeah. Because you're looking at Radovan, and he's ignoring you as he's stomping past you.
that's yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, clearly you're like talking to Radovan, and you know he can hear you, but he's not responding, and he's like basically on a man on a mission as he heads directly south, with a very stern look on his face.
Radovan! So I'm assuming right about now Kia will be coming out.
Yeah, Kia comes out looking very...
Come out.
She
Where's
looks pretty
Radovan?
sheepish at this point.
Racer, where's Radovan?
That way? What's going on?
Follow me. And I'll
don't
start toward where she pointed. And I'm going to explain to Racer as we walk towards Radovan.
Okay, so
quickly.
you're going to fill Racer in on what the guard said, or
Like
what
about
the
the
guy
Crimson
said.
Knight, about the St. Cuthbert Church, and
Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
Right, Radovan, so you're heading to the church.
I'm basically just walking around this perimeter, just looking at its state of what
Okay.
it looks like.
Once you basically walk around the front of the church, it is clear to you that this was at one point a church to St. Cuthbert, probably very recently. However, you notice that the statue to St. Cuthbert that stood like basically right here has been smashed down to the floor and the head has been removed. You notice that the sign that was once above the door denoting it as a Church of St. Cuthbert has been torn down and smashed to smithereens and strewn across the floor in front of it. And you can hear guards laughing with debauchery from the inside.
Have I caught up to Radovan yet?
Yeah, have we
Yeah,
caught up?
you guys
Yeah,
basically
I'm not
you're like
walking
running
fast,
up to him
so-
as he's like
Okay.
just stomping around, like observing
Can I
everything.
get in his face and hold his shoulders and be like,
Yeah, and I
Radovan?
want to be like, Mark.
Radovan,
Mark.
I'm going to ask you a question. How do you feel? And this is
Devast-
not a.
So, okay.
I'm not fishtailing you here. I want to know, how does your character feel?
He's hurt more than anything. He's surprised, and yeah, there's a little frustration. And there's a little. It's a bunch of feelings, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like an injustice has been committed, and this is should not stand.
Go ahead and make a willpower check for me based on that.
Static.
And a
Yeah, there
static
was a
check.
little static, yeah. And a
Static
static
check.
check.
A willpower, right?
Yep, because this is a marks check based on the frustration level that you feel.
Well, I said devastated first, but yeah, all right.
Yeah, well, the same thing, you know. Okay, awesome. Okay, so
Dead 18.
you can
Control
feel
yourself, Radavan.
you can feel the burn on your forearm of the marks, but quite honestly, this is beyond that for you. This is like whoever this is came here and desecrated one of my churches. It's like a huge. It's almost like it's gone beyond frustration, beyond anger, and you're almost above the marks at this point. WBK, thanks for the follow. So it's like you feel the burn from the marks as they attempt to take hold of you, but you're like so already in a state of like sheer mental, what's the word? Like your mind is so already overwhelmed with what's going on. The marks just don't seem to be getting through to you.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm in front of him, telling him it's okay. Don't let your marks get you. Just calm down, one step at a time. You're okay. Just like speaking softly.
Well, before we take our break, so I can try to fix my mic, I'm going to say to Reza, we can't leave this place. I'm not going to stand for this.
All right. Well, that is about the perfect time because it is the time for the next break. So yeah, Radavan.
Oh, we had a donation.
Oh, we did we? By golly, we did. Go blimey. Let's have a look.
7 fall.
So 7 fall donated. Interesting amount there based on your name. If Reroll Con happens and I'm able to attend, I'm going to hug you all for an inappropriate and awkward amount of time.
Yes.
I, for one, will welcome it, and I'll probably hug you for a more inappropriate amount of time, and I may pinch you on the bottom as well, so
Oh.
never know.
We won't be doing that, but a hug will suffice.
Well, you might not, but, just saying. Is there somewhere I can catch up on the story? Damn straight there is.
Yes.
Every single episode is on YouTube.
And Tuesday night we recap the stories, the entire
Yeah.
story.
Mr. Uranus, if you go to our past broadcast, last Tuesday was the most extensive recap so far. So there's a lot of content you can actually watch on YouTube. But if you really want to catch up quick, you can listen to Bane and Gorbad pretty much tell everything that has happened that's worth knowing.
On the last, that was on the last.
That was the
Reroll.
last recap. So the last Tuesday, we don't YouTube them because they kind of lose their relevancy as we go by weeks. But that's what I
It's on the
suggest.
VOD, isn't it?
It's on the VOD. Yeah, it's on the Twitch VOD.
If you go to the video on demand
Last
on Twitch,
Tuesday.
it's there for a few weeks, so you can catch up there. But we have all of the episodes. If you want a quick recap, the VOD has got it. But if you want to actually figure out and listen to the campaign and hear the stories as they happen, go to YouTube. All right, so Radavan, Racer, Kia, as you stand outside the somewhat desecrated temples of St. Cuthbert, what do you want to do? Radavan, so you just explained you're not leaving.
And
Yeah.
I'm rolling my eyes.
I'm gonna go talk to Raysa while Radavan rolls this over.
Well, no, I'm all with you guys. We're all
Oh.
together.
Yeah, well, you're probably staring at the church. I'm trying to talk to Raysa here.
I don't think it's a good idea to stay here.
Do you guys not see what's happening here?
Yeah, we don't need to be involved in it. I say we go now.
Don't you think this has something to do with the people we're trying to find, maybe?
Maybe, but we don't need to get trapped here. We can get trapped there.
These guys are oppressed. You do realize that, right?
We're gonna die. Soon.
And
No,
this
not
church
necessarily.
was not Shaggots. Radavan's church, Raysa. Look at it. We can't just leave.
Fine.
Look, it's not just about the church. It's about the fact that this was a nice place before these guys came in and took it over by force.
You know what also was nice? My life. Before the marks. It was
Oh.
very nice.
We have fought and almost died so many times. What difference does it make? We need to do something. We can't let this stand. This town needs an uprising. That's what needs to happen. We need to incite the masses
Okay,
to
okay,
oust these
hey.
guys.
Okay.
This is evil at its like worst, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, Risa, but this is really important. More important than these stupid marks that were. What are we gonna do when we find them? We could try to kill them, but they're probably gonna kill us. I'm starting to care less and less, really.
Guys, it's not. Think about it. This is all en route to where we need to go as an endgame. I would rather have security at my back than a risky place that we cut off potentially. Correct?
That makes sense. Yes.
If we bolster the town, we can get more information about the local surroundings. We inspire these guys to rebel against a clearly unwanted situation. And you know,
how about we stay no more than 5 days, and if we don't fix it by then, we'll leave.
I have a feeling our stay length is not going to be determined.
As you guys are standing outside the church, you've noticed 3 or 4 town guards have walked inside the tavern.
And we got those dwarves in there. I mean, they're going to incite some trouble.
Oh my
anyway.
gosh.
But
should go check on those guys.
What do you guys want to do with the horse and cart?
stable it, I guess. I mean,
stable it with the guards?
There's a stable attached right to the side of the tavern.
Okay, well, I'll go make sure their horse and carts are taken care of.
Okay, so you're gonna go stable the new horse and the riding horse. Radovan and Kia, what are you doing?
I'm gonna enter the tavern.
All right, let's go back to the last one in. And let's put. Where are you going, Kia?
I'm gonna follow.
All right, so we have a Kia here, and a Radovan here as you walk in through the door. Okay, at this table right here, you see the 3 guards, including the guard that you saw earlier.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
All surrounding, and you hear, as you walk in, you hear, "Arrest!" And she's, "Boy, didn't say nothing. I haven't done anything." Goes, "You're under arrest. You know that loose talk is against the law. Talking out against," he goes, "it's heresy. It's a crime, and you're coming with us." And the 3 guards grab this person that basically talked to Kieliana and told her everything, and snatch her up out of the chair. The person next to them says, "No, you mustn't. And he goes, "And you stood there and allowed him to spew this vile gossip? You're an accessory. You're under arrest too."
No.
And they basically grab both of these people and haul them out of their chairs.
Oh my gosh.
And begin to frog march them at their weapons towards the door.
Jane, your reactions are priceless. I say.
Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys basically see the 3 armed men frog march these 2 peasants towards the front door. You're either side of the door. Are you going to intervene, say anything, do anything, or allow them to pass?
I'm allowing them to pass. I'm looking down as I pass.
Okay.
I'm gonna look down too. I know that's not the way to do it, so I'm gonna wait.
Alrighty. Well, they frog march them out of the tavern and away from...
Immediately. Radovan! We can't let that happen. We have to go save them. What do we do?
Hold on.
This is my fault.
Right. Well, you see them like marching them towards this building, the old Church of St. Cuthbert.
Okay.
As they walk, one of them like pushes them with her foot, like just to deliberately make them stumble, and they grab them and snatch them up. They're not like hitting them or anything, but it's like almost more of a humiliation. And the people that witness this on the street are all like averting their eyes, like, "We didn't see this. It didn't happen. We didn't know this." As they stomp and push them all the way to this building, and then throw them inside.
I'm gonna look at Kia and say, did they say anything to each other? Why would they be arrested for speaking?
I talked to both of them. Well, one of them, the other aloud, I guess.
How? The guard wasn't in there.
I don't know how he knew.
So there's obviously
something weird going on.
It's either magic of some sort or there's a mole in there. Okay,
Right.
don't talk to any other villager. Let's get our dwarves and,
Okay.
All right.
Can I, really, stealthily cast Detect Magic in the area of the tavern to see if there's anything?
Like, you want to go in the tavern and cast Detect Magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're heading back into town.
Stealthily if I can. If not,
All right.
I'm not sure I will.
I mean, you can attempt to do it stealthily. How
Well,
successful you are is
yeah,
going to depend
so-
on the dice roll.
Stupid dice roll. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
It would be
Is there any particular area? Because you've got a range on your Detect Magic, so where are you detecting?
60-foot radius plus. I think it's, just in the general area where.
Okay, so
I
you just want
guess,
to do a scan of the area
Yeah.
in front of you. Okay. Then make a dice roll.
What am I using here? I forgot.
Well, for Detect Magic, you don't, if that's what you're doing. But if you're
Oh
trying
no,
to do it stealthily,
stealthily. Yes.
with no one noticing,
Yes. Move silently, or
no, there's actually a.
trying to find it.
There is, in fact, you will see that there
You
is.
swim.
No, it's not swim. Instead of move silently, you're going to use hide. Because you're trying to,
Hide.
conceal
there
what
it
you're
is.
doing.
My hide is amazing.
Yeah, sure.
Look at my hide. My hide is amazing.
Well.
Okay.
10.
Yeah, not so much.
No.
You kind of hold your arms
Detect
out.
magic. Oops.
You don't discern any kind of magic, but everybody is extremely quiet and not that they weren't before, but everyone's seriously
Right.
subdued.
All right, I'll walk out quickly.
Karen, the dwarven cleric, seeing you guys come back, and he goes, "What the hell was that all about?"
I'm gonna head right over there and just, in a low tone, appraise him of the situation in town. My church has been destroyed. The people who have
What?
come into this town have taken over it, instilled their own laws, and yes, they are about as bad as they can get.
Well, I, for one, do not stand to pertain to worship your god, St. Cuthbert. But I know if anybody was to desecrate a temple or a shrine to Moradine, I'd be more than pissed and ready to wreak solid revenge. If you're ready to take some blood in vengeance, laddie, I'm with ya.
There's a high chance that there's someone else in this tavern who's a mole, so let's not talk like that. Right now, we don't know everybody in here.
And all the dwarves are like,
Oh, these guys are they're just gonna start fighting.
they're like a liability.
I'm seriously, I can't contain them. I need Kia. Oh. I'm just gonna turn around on my bench and look at the other people here to see if anyone's acting less than averting eyes, slumped shoulders,
No, everybody. I mean, if you're make an observation check to see if you notice anybody looking a little out of order. Or
So that would be a spot, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey.
Okay. You notice that this guy at the bar does not seem to be quite so intimidated as everybody else.
And he was in earshot, so he could probably hear the dwarves. The dwarbies.
Yep.
I'm gonna get up and
Well, the
sit down.
dwarves weren't exactly quiet. The whole damn
know.
inn could have heard the dwarves.
I'm gonna sit down and be like, "Oi,
He's like, yeah.
my name's Radovan Rainier. What's your name?"
Corian, why?
You don't seem as frightened as the rest of the people in this place. Just wondering why.
I'm
Do
not
you know
scared of nothing, me.
Why not?
Well, because I understand.
understand the need to arrest people for speaking?
Heresy. They were arrested for heresy. I heard what they said. They spoke out about the new rule, the new order.
Well, I mean,
No, I'm kidding.
so you like these new guys that have come into town?
I don't understand or really try to fathom the difference between like and dislike. They are the law. They are the new order. We either coexist and abide, or, well, you fall foul to their justice. I, for one, prefer not to fall foul to their justice, seeing as it usually revolves around a rope round your neck, which is what's going to happen to them tomorrow morning.
So, and I can't believe I'm going to be saying this. So, according to you, might is right. Correct?
To me,
Well, yeah.
To me, might isn't right, but anybody that can basically hang me, or kill me, or in otherwise cause major pain to me, I am generally speaking for them.
Can I stop you for a sec, Gore?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I want to come into the door, and I want to see if I can catch Radovan's eye
Oh,
while you're talking.
Right. Okay. Yep. So you're going to poke up here, okay.
Radovan, do you see me?
I mean, I guess a spot check.
Watch this one be the bad one. I don't see.
Nope.
nothing.
Yeah, he sees you.
Okay, I'm going to look at you, and I'm going to kind of do like,
I'm gonna go.
no? Okay.
I'm not saying no. I'm moving my eyes, man.
Okay. So give me something. What does that mean? Yes or no?
Go behind him.
Yeah. But I'm looking for a yes or a no.
I cast
Okay.
invisibility on Risa.
I know it's completely bad because I'm trying to move my eyes and I'm shaking my head too.
So
Like,
Right.
no.
So
What
racist
is that?
suddenly
I
is
was, trying,
invisible.
I was trying to motion with my eyes and go like. Yeah,
All right, continue
over
talking.
there.
It doesn't work too well, really, does it, when you're looking at, like, cameras?
I know it's so bad. I know it's crazy. I've got the crazy eyes. I'm crazy. Ooh. Look, I don't want to incite anything. I just want to know what was wrong with the old way of things.
Look, I'm just a person that lived here. They showed, well, the new regime showed us a better way of doing things. They're more just, they're more organized, and it is definitely more prosperous for everybody to agree to the new regime and get along. It does nobody any good to rebel or to try to incite any kind of unrest.
So, I am to assume you are the cause of their arrest.
No, absolutely not.
Well, my friend talked to them, and not 20 minutes later, they're under arrest. I wonder how that's possible.
Because they spoke out of turn. They said things they shouldn't have said. It's considered
How?
heresy to speak out against
Okay.
the new regime.
And how did the regime know that they spoke out
I
of turn?
informed the guard.
So you did speak to the guard.
Absolutely, but it's not my fault. Do you understand? It's
Just-
their fault.
Just
for
like
speaking out against the new
okay,
regime.
Okay. Just like what is about to happen to you is not my fault. And I'm gonna go like this, like a cue.
Okay. So Racer's you're gonna attack this guy. You're gonna stab
Right
him
across the neck from behind us.
Alright. Make a surprise attack.
What is a surprise attack? I'm so excited right now. I can't
Basically,
think.
it's your normal attack, but if you hit, because you're behind, you'll do the additional 46.
Oh, so plus 11. Okay.
Yeah, that'll do it. So 5d4 plus 2.
$11.
Well, he's just a
3
country
ones.
bumpkin. Basically, suddenly, his head suddenly, Radovan, you see his head just go like, and Race's hand appear on his head, and the dagger just draws straight across his throat as blood just showers as he gurgles and splutters and basically dies in a mess of his own blood. The innkeeper leaps back and is like, "Ah!"
I'm gonna immediately.
And several people, like the non-dwarves in the tavern, are like, and I'll like scream and yell
Each
and
of our
stuff.
guests.
The dwarves
And you know
all
what? I
leap up and
misrolled
they're
that.
like, what's going on?
I misrolled.
What did you do?
I did D4s instead of D6s.
Oh, whoops.
It wouldn't matter. You couldn't roll less than that with that many d6s. It was enough to kill him. He only had 8 hit points anyway.
D6s look so much prettier when they roll.
Okay, so yeah, you basically you murder the guy. He is now
Not my
dead.
fault.
Well,
Not my fault.
honestly, Reza, I'm just gonna say this. I was not expecting you to kill him.
He can't rat out people now.
We could have gone.
Okay, Kia, you're at the door. You obviously witnessed this.
Yes.
Right, this person's running towards the door, as is this
Oh,
person
nope. I'm blocking the door.
and this person. They're all like fleeing.
Stop.
Okay.
That man was a rat. He
So
was
they
not
all
a
like
good
stop
guy.
in front of you as you block the door. They're
He
like,
just gave up
let
the
us
two
out!
that
Let us
ran."
out! Something crazy's happening! There's a psychopath! There's a murderer on the
No,
loose!
no. The man that died was a rat. He gave up the two that just went. Do you
I'm gonna walk-
understand?
I'm gonna
I'm
walk.
moving the
They're
body.
looking at you like terrified, like,
Everybody calm down.
Look, guys, calm down. I honestly was. Well, I got red on me. I wasn't expecting that to happen, but you know, let's sit down. Sit down. Just sit down, okay?
they're looking at you, they're like,
If you run
awkwardly,
out,
like,
the
sit
guards
down
are
at
gonna
these
see
seats
it.
right here, not because they want to, but because they're intimidated into doing so.
You can't tell me you guys are happy about the way things are here.
They all kind of look at each other and they're like, it's the way of things. Everything is the way it's supposed to be.
So the mayor getting dragged out and usurped by a force is
We're
the way
simple
things.
folk. The politics of a town are far beyond us.
You are the politics of the town. This is your town.
But no, we're not. This town is under the jurisdiction of Epidemon, and Epidemon is under a new rule, and the new rules of Epidemon have opposed new government for this town. We are duty bound to abide. It's the law.
I
It's the law, Radovan.
Whoa! Plot twist!
Well, is it or isn't it? That's the question.
I'm inclined to believe that is not the law. This is not the way things were. I don't see. No, I don't agree. I don't think that this is the law. I think it was breaking the law to destroy the church and murder the former leader.
Nice.
I think that was the law, and these guys came in here and had their own way, and it's not right, and god damn it, we can't stand for it anymore.
Tell us where the top of the ladder is. Where
Let's
does this
slip
all
the
stem
dogs
from?
of war. No, I don't think it's right.
But this girl right here, she points at Kia Liana, like suddenly like finding some kind of strength. She goes, "It's your fault!
Excuse me?
What?
You forced them to talk, and they spilled, and they said everything they said because of you. And tomorrow they're gonna hang on in the new gallows, and it's
They are
all
not
your fault because you
going
kept
to
asking
hang.
questions."
They are not going to hang. We will save them. Trust me.
Can I loot with the body?
Yes,
What?
you may loot the body. You take the 15 copper pieces and the boot knife from his corpse.
Yes!
That's so funny.
You
Okay.
callous, heartless wench.
Hey, I don't want to be here. I
But
might
it's
as well get
funny
something
as
out of
fuck.
it.
I love it. Okay, yeah, so
Anyway,
Is there music playing? Because I don't hear anything.
I hear it.
I hear it.
Uh-oh.
Noob, learn to play.
Noob.
Well, I have my settings.
Learn how to use the volume control, noob.
I have the volume control. It's not working. All right.
I say, rest assured, we will save the 2 that left. You must not tell people about the death in here, though. The guards will come and find us. Do you want that to happen?
They're like,
Look, no one forced those nice people over there to talk to my friend. She did not force. And then I look at Kia like, right? You didn't force them.
No.
Correct? Okay. So they spoke of their own choice, and honestly, if they have a right to speak their mind, my view, opinions are allowed everywhere. I mean, I have to listen.
Speaking your mind is against the law.
Well, we're gonna change the law if that's what it takes.
Good luck.
Thanks.
The guard's not the problem. It's him.
The
he's a big
Crimson
man,
Knight?
thanks to follow.
Thanks.
Crimson Knight. 8 foot tall.
And he's
Covered in pristine plate mail with spikes, bright red, carries 2 ginormous swords, one in each hand. I've never seen the lights. I don't even believe he... I don't... Some people say he's a demon.
Where does he live?
Doesn't
Where does he
live
sleep?
anywhere. But all of them, they reside in the old church.
Burn it. Okay.
Well, the people were arrested in there. We
I
don't
know.
want to destroy the church.
Well, at this point you hear, I've heard enough!
Oh no.
Um,
I look up. to
Gaffer
the-
Ironbeard and his company have come stomping across the room. This entire time they've basically just been sitting there listening to every conversation that the conversations that you guys have been having.
Okay.
And he says, "Do you want to storm the castle, laddie? Or should I say temple? If that's the case, we're with you."
I don't think that's the answer because we don't have all the information.
Well,
Listen,
for what she said, those wee innocent folk are gonna hang in the morrow. You want to storm the castle tonight, or you want to rescue them at the gallows in the morning?
I look at Kia and Risa just for like their opinion.
Tonight,
You see me? I'm nodding at the dwarfs, actually.
darkness will hide us a
At
little
which
better.
point Karen says, if I may,
Yes.
wouldn't the guardhouse, albeit now the Church of St. Cuthbert, be full of the guards? And this so-called knight? And the so-called advisor?
So
Maybe
if-
that there would be less of them in the morning at the gallows? They would be
But-
in the open? Less fortified?
We could try to.
Strategy from a
Because
dwarf?
If you
Kill
would
all of them
actually
at once,
consider
trap
that
them
we
in.
should rescue these people,
Yeah.
then maybe what we might ought to do is, well, possibly foil their rope neck stretching exercises come the morrow.
That makes
Of course,
too much
if
sense.
you personally would rather storm a church and take on the lot of them at once, we're your guys. We're for it.
When I walked around the church, how many entrances were there? Like,
2. A front door and a back door.
and any windows that could be climbed into?
All the windows were in fact boarded up.
I'm open for
Static.
anything.
Well,
Static.
Gaffer Ironbeard leans
Really?
in
Static
and says-
again?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Gaffer
Yeah, when you
Ironbeard,
took
he
off your
says,
headphones.
Well, you helped us with our problem. We're here to help you with yours. Whatever you decide to do, we're with you.
I'm sorry about the static, guys.
Ah! Sorry. You make a lot of sense, dwarf cleric. I suppose we're being a little rash here.
Anything better?
Yes.
That's fine, yeah.
That's good.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to say.
Didn't sound anything at all.
Don't say anything at all. I cast static attack. Sorry, chat. So when I unplug my mic, I can't hear either. So what did you guys say?
Oh, the dwarves?
Yeah.
Oh, we said maybe we're being a little rash, and we could consider.
Basically, Karen said that. I don't know what you heard and what you didn't hear, but he basically said, well, instead of storming the temple where they all are, maybe tomorrow, when there's
love that
less of them, we should ambush them on the common and ruin their neck stretching exercises.
All right.
Well, while this is all going on about, what is this guy doing right here?
He's basically like
scrubbing the floor.
polishing glasses and trying his best to pay no attention, or at least seem to be paying no attention to you guys whatsoever.
And what about this one here?
Rogdor. She is scurrying backwards and forwards, just like fixing food in the kitchen. And Green
Okay.
Ace, thanks for the follow.
I'm just gonna get her. I'm gonna start dragging the body.
And Mage, thanks for the follow. And a donation.
Wow,
Holy
guys!
moly.
Ruby. And Redneck Monkey, thanks for the follow.
Holy crapola! All right, I'm gonna grab the woman while she's doing that, drag the body somewhere, and get her to clean the floor.
So you can like jump over the bar.
You're gonna get her to clean the.
Ninja style.
Okay, so you jump over the bar, grab the wench.
Wench, clean up the floor.
Okay, she's like doesn't
No, I
hesitate
won't do that.
at
I'm just
all.
gonna
She
drag the
goes
body
and gets a
to be
wet
like-
cloth and comes back. And what are you doing with the body?
Putting it somewhere. Is there a kitchen or a garbage?
She's got a kitchen, yeah.
I'm gonna converse with her and figure out where we can hide it.
Okay, let's have this conversation. So,
Okay. Okay, because I'm assuming they're hearing the conversation that's happening.
either they are or they're doing the damnedest not to. One or the other, yeah.
So I'm gonna start dragging the body this way and kind of get her attention, be like, "Where can I put this?"
She's like,
It needs to be gone until tomorrow, because we're gonna save your town. Do you want your town saved? We need to hide this body. Let's go.
Fireplace?
Smell.
the barkeep says, "Stuff it in one of the empty barrels." And she's like,
Perfect.
okay, so she rolls one of the empty barrels to the entrance to the door.
Fried green tomatoes. Yeah, feed it to this corrupt sheriff, you know. Oh, that's so bad.
Okay,
Like
so
a
you're
meat
stashing
pie?
the dead body into one of the barrels.
There we go.
Okay.
Now clean this floor.
She's
Nobody
like,
can know.
okay, so meanwhile, all these people at the table are still like, they're glancing, watching the body being stuffed, watching the floor being cleaned. They're pretty much catatonically terrified at this point.
Look, the last thing we wanted to do, last thing I expected to happen, is such rash action. But we're here for your town. We want you guys to be safe and not afraid anymore.
Okay, this dwarf over here, he goes,
Bullshit! We're here to reclaim the priesthood of St. Cuthbert and put these bastards on their ass and kick them out the door.
Of which you will not be afraid, because the priest of St. Cuthbert is, you know, awesome.
because we're good.
Because we're the good guys. In a neutral sort of fashion.
We're the neutral guys.
This is just a little awkward. We're the neutral guys, exactly. We're neutral. Oh,
You want us around?
this is awkward. This is also awkward for Radovan right now, I'm not gonna lie.
I love it.
Do we know that these guys exist? In this...
Probably not, because I mean, at one point they popped their head out, but if you didn't notice it at that time, then probably not. No.
Well, I noticed it, but not my character, I would say, so okay.
Okay, so yeah, they're in this side room.
Look, can we trust you guys to spend the night here?
They all look at each other and they're like,
Is there? I walk over to the barkeep and say, "Is there enough room for all of us?"
Yes. We've got plenty of rooms, but you do understand what you're doing, don't you? Everybody in this inn is going to get labeled for heresy, and they're going to execute every single one of us.
Not if we're successful.
Oh, by St. Cuthbert, then I hope you're successful.
Well, how about this? You guys spend the night in here. On the morrow, we'll go to the gallows with our plan, and all of you guys can, run the hell out of town. Wait out there for a few days. Hopefully not get mauled by a dire bear or trolls.
This is our livelihoods. We all grew up here. We got nothing past this. You don't understand. It's all right for you foreigners, you travelers to come here and cause all this unrest. We've got to survive. It's
Well, it
not
doesn't
that
look like you're
simple
doing
for
much
us.
surviving. You're not allowed to say anything. I mean,
Maybe we're not allowed to say anything against them, but at the end of the day, at least we prosper. At least we have a living.
I do not see this as having a living. I'm sorry. This is
It
oppression.
might not be ideal, I grant
This
you,
is
but
pa-
what can
pa-
simple folk do?
This is
Somebody's going to rule us.
Rise up.
Well, there's not enough people here to rise up against the city of
We need-
Epitomon.
A mockingjay. Raise that to you.
Yeah, be the most terrifying mockingjay in the world.
Well, you did just murder a person sitting on a bar stool. That's pretty terrifying for everybody.
How
No
about
big
this?
deal.
You guys spend the night here. In the morning, we'll lock you in some room so you can claim that we took over and you had no choice. Then you're off the hook, and we're doing our thing.
Are you kidding? That
I don't
girl
think they'll
is
care.
getting hanged
They're not
for
the
not
most.
stopping.
They're not the most forgiving or just people.
Okay, that right there is blasphemy according to this law that you guys are adhering to. You just broke the law, so now you're forced to fight with us. Be with us.
We can't fight.
Hey,
Ding!
you
Point
just
for Radovan!
Look, what?
you just committed
At the
blasphemy
most.
by saying what you said. So hello.
Maybe
Fight
you
with
should
us.
rough us up. Maybe you should knock us out, so we can at least attest to we had no choice. You came in here and you assaulted us. Not
And-
you. Your idea of roughing up's a little bit permanent.
And you'd be content to have this be your life and your choice? This horrible decision to stick up for these guys and try to survive with them?
No, but
Well,
it's
okay then.
preferable to being dead.
It,
And that's the choice. Understand, the mayor of this town, as he kind of glances around, he says, the mayor of this town was dragged away. Those militia that refused
against
to
the
leave
law.
were
Against the
murdered,
law.
hung.
Against the law. That was against the law. Taking over this town was against
Do
the
you
law.
see the king standing up for us? Do you see anybody else? No, the law states that we are under the rule of Epitomon. And currently it would seem that Epitomon is under some kind of, well, different law than we're used to. We cannot but obey. We're simple folk, simple farm folk. We can't rise up against it.
Is there anyone in this town who could rise up again, who would want to, that you know of?
Not anymore. They took care of all of them when they first came. That was the whole point.
Any blacksmith who was kept quiet but, might have some fight left in him?
There were
Anyone
7.
in this town?
They built brand new gallows, and 7 people hung within a week. 5 of them were the past militia, 1 was the blacksmith, and 1 was a retired warrior. Everybody else was left alive.
And there's no one in this whole town with any kind of experience of the outside world.
Even the
Still
priest
alive.
of St. Cuthbert they dragged out of here unconscious on the back of a cart. Took him north to Epitomon.
Well, we will go to Epitomon after this. I will tell you what. You guys spend the night here. Well, I'll knock you out in the morning, I guess. I mean, if that's what you want me to do, so you can have a claim otherwise that you were forced into this. Does that sound okay?
At this
Not
point,
have another shield bashing incident, please.
At
I'm
this
not
point,
going to mention the shield bashing.
I believe we really have no choice. Either you are successful, or all of us will be executed. They're not going to believe simple farm folk. They don't care about us.
Well, then any aid you can provide us, because it looks like you're dead either way. Wait, no, that doesn't sound right. It looks like the odds are against you that you will be
you're
dead.
Fucked.
So any aid you can render us. Yeah, no, that came out really wrong. I didn't mean to say it that way. You're fucked either way.
He says, all I know is whenever they execute anybody, they take them over to the... Kalinkin, thanks, follow. They take them over to the gallows, and they hang them at first light. As soon as the sun starts to rise, they stretch their necks.
Beautiful sunrise.
Okay. I'm going to go
That's
back.
not all.
Oh.
They insist that every citizen of the town watch. Indeed, it's a crime not to watch it. Most people just stare at the floor or try their best to avert their eyes. You can look away, but you can't block out the screams!
Then you all will attend with us.
If you guys can keep quiet about what transpired here and go out there, you will not travel with us. We will travel before. So first light, you said. So we'll set up right before, like crack of dawn, kind of before dawn, right? We'll set up, I guess.
Well, Karen Brandfighter, the dwarf, says, I think we need to scout out these gallows. Gallows
Good
are usually
idea.
raised by my reckoning. Something we can hide beneath. Us dwarves might be able to, well, make ourselves non-particularly visible beneath them.
Nice idea. Let's do it.
What are the night patrols like? I say to the barman.
Oh, vicious. They've more guards here than they need, and they patrol the town rigidly. People are terrified. There's a curfew. It's under martial law. In fact, stepping outside after dark is an executable offense.
Then I suppose we hide before it gets dark. Set up and wait.
At this point, this girl right here says, everything's an executable offense. They only have one punishment, and it is execution.
We gotta get the dwarves in their positions and set up ourselves.
Alright, so it's still late afternoon, so what do you guys want to do?
Go outside and scout the area, probably separately, so we don't look too suspicious.
There's nobody in the town. Anything's gonna look suspicious.
I mean, there are people walking around, just nobody says anything. They're all like terrified to speak.
Imagine
and
we
you
stick
can
out, like,
probably
sore
figure
thumbs.
out why now.
Right.
But
But
we
you-
stick out like huge. We do anything the guard's gonna see.
What about that tree here? Is it tall? Is it
I mean, it's
Lots
a
of
decent
leaves.
size. It's a decent sized tree. Yep.
so?
How far away
This
is it
over
from the
here,
gallows,
of course,
though?
is the gallows.
Okay.
Number 3.
Yeah. How far away is the tree from the gallows?
About 60 feet.
And this enclosure with the cows, right?
Yep.
Is that a see-through wall or is
It's a
picket
fence. It's like a fence. Yeah.
Fence. And okay. What is this thing?
A cart,
A cart.
like a hand cart, where they load
Would
up
I-
the dead bodies to take them off to bury.
If Kyo
Or
was
burn.
in the tree at the very top, would she be seen pretty easily? Depending on how many branches and...
It really depends on how well you hide and how much people look.
Alright. Because I could definitely do some damage from there with missiles.
Risa could too with her bow, although she might
Right.
want to get into
She might be
spear
better
distance.
Yeah, she might be better with daggers. Maybe she could try to hide underneath with the dwarves.
Yeah, probably.
And Radovan.
I'll just walk.
I'm gonna ask the townspeople something. Does the Red Knight come?
Ooh, the Crimson Knight.
Oh, you're asking that in the tavern, right?
Yeah. Does the Red Knight come to the executions?
Nope. He only comes when there's any kind of unrest. If anybody dares cause trouble, if anybody dares try to stand against the guard.
He'll come.
As I said, he's kind of like the enforcer. But mark my words, if he does come, he's absolute in his punishment. He chopped the head off a 4-year-old only 3 days ago because her mother dared stand against one of the guards because he arrested just a common folk. And her mother said, "Do you have to be so brutal?" He was called. He run her through, and as she laid there bleeding on the floor, he lifted her child with one arm and lopped her head off for all to see. Trust me, he's a monster. You understand why some say he is a demon?
Are demons undead?
No.
Damn it.
Demons are a whole other thing. Okay,
Alright.
let's scout around the
Radovan, maybe you could be one of the ones that just goes to watch, and then when everything happens.
Yeah, that's kind of the plan. That's what I would do.
Okay.
And you know what I would do?
What?
I would say, that's the end of our stream for tonight. That's what I would do.
Hi there, I'm Gorbad, the Dungeon Master on How Reroll, and if you'd like to follow my personal channels, you can do so at twitch.tv/Gorbad, or follow me on Twitter @Gorbad.
Hi guys, I'm Bane. If you'd like to hang out with me some more, come chill in my own personal stream at twitch.tv/Bane1271, or toss me a follow over on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at Bane Blackstar. I hope to see you soon.
Oh, hi, I did not see you there. When I'm not playing a badass Cleric of St. Cuthbert on How We Roll, I am Shagget. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Shagget, or on Twitter, if you can figure this out, at @aneb_convos. See you guys.
Hey guys, I'm Jane. I play Kealiana on How We Roll, as you probably know. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/JaneIvana. I stream sometimes. Or you can follow me on Twitter at JaneOnTwitch, and that is with a 0. Peace, suckers.